The
From the first time he touched the ball as a sophomore, Olathe the North knew they had a very special running back in Darren Sproles. Head coach Gene Weir in his 20th year gunning for a 4th state title at 6A. It's Olathe the North, Manhattan, the 6A state title game next on Metro Sports. Stadium on the campus of the University of Kansas in Lawrence. Today, Metro Sports presenting the 2000 Kansas 6A state title game as 8-3 Manhattan taking on undefeated and number 2 Olathe North. Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin Wyke, and welcome to the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on Metro Sports. Olathe North today gunning for their 4th state title in the last 5 years. They take on a Manhattan team that started slow, just 2-3 in their first 5 ball games, but they've reeled off 6 straight. With us on the broadcast, we've got Richard Baldinger, former Kansas City Chiefs offensive lineman. And Richard, let's talk about the running back for Olathe North, Darren Sproles. Is he something else or what?
As a former lineman, you got to love a guy like this. Over 2,000 yards running, Darren Sproles. He's the emotional leader of this team, and this guy's got speed, and more speed. He will make people miss. If Manhattan's going to have any success, they're going to have to stop this guy from the very first play.
Also on the broadcast, former Kansas City Chief Theodis Brown, and Manhattan has a very good defense. It's very aggressive, and the ringleader, Matt Butler, the middle linebacker.
That's right. Matt Butler, number 32. They're all conference inside linebacker. He's the guy that missed the first 2 games of the season because of a bad arm, but he's coming back off of that, and he's doing very, very well. He's the heart and soul of this defense. He's a punishing tackler. He's already committed orally to K-State, so look for this guy to try to stop Sproles this afternoon.
Crowd is geeked up here in Lawrence. Manhattan, Olathe North, our opening kickoff coming up next here on Metro Sports.
Hy-Vee salutes this week's participants in the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Olathe North High School was founded in 1958. This year's enrollment is 1,418 students. Hy-Vee salutes the Olathe North Eagles for their commitment to academic excellence and their outstanding tradition of high school athletics.
And welcome back here to Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of Kansas in Lawrence. 37 degrees, clear skies, winds from the northwest at 9 miles an hour. Some good field conditions. Olathe North won the toss. They will defer their option to the second half, so they will kick off. Olathe North in white, Manhattan in the blue and white. Jesse Galata to kick it off for the Eagles of Olathe North as the 6A state title game for 2000 is underway, as Daniel Shirley picks it up, and he's out of bounds at the 4-yard line, make it the 6-yard line. And the high school game of the week here on Metro Sports, brought to you by Hy-Vee, your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance agents, AMC Theaters, Culligan Water for Life, and UnderTheScope.com. Realize the dream. Manhattan will start deep in their own territory at their own 6-yard line. This is a team that runs the football about 78% of the time, as their quarterback is Mark Irwin. And the quarterback keeps on the option, finds a little crease, and takes it up to the 11-yard line at a pickup of 5 yards. And good gain on first down by Mark Irwin. And Theodis, this was a kid that started the season out as a receiver, and now he's playing quarterback, and he's one of their top rushers.
Oh, yes, he is. And the thing is that they're starting to bounce back now. The first, as you mentioned, first 2 out of 3 games they lost. They did try to feel some things around. Now they're better at it, and what a time to come together the last 3 or 4 games of the season.
Give it to the big back, and that's Romar Clark up near the 15-yard line, about a yard shy of the first down. You got big Romar, you got a quarterback that can run, and you got a speed back in Wendell Parrish. But Romar is going to get the hard yards on the inside here.
Yeah, he is. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a real test for Manhattan's offensive line, because the front four there, you know, we talked about Olathe North's offense, but their defense is number 1 in Sunflower Stadium. It starts up front. They got a really good defensive line. Levi Milne and Clay Rhodes in the middle, defensive tackles. Watch the matchup today with those 2 guys.
Going to be 3rd down and 1 now for Manhattan. Wing to the right. Quarterback keeps on the option, and he's stuffed on the play. He's thrown for a loss as the Eagles all over that play. As Luke Thompson involved in the stop, the defensive end, number 80, to blow up that play. Also Josh Carroll as well.
Yeah, we got it right down here at pit level, but I'll tell you what, actually, you won't see the guy in the middle right here. Thompson did make the tackle, but the one guy who did a great job, and I just talked about him, was number 54, Clay Rhodes, in the middle there. He stuffed both the guard and the center, no movement up front, allowing Thompson to come inside and make a tackle. You're going to have to move those front four up front today, Theotis, if you want to have any success in that running game.
Punting time for Miles Pitts here, as it is 4th down and 1. He'll punt from his own goal line. The back is John Lamb for Olathe North, the leading punt returner in the Sunflower Conference, at 14 yards per punt. He'll let this one hit, and it takes a Manhattan roll, and it'll be touchdown near the 45-yard line. 3rd member of our crew as far as the broadcast is Chad Arbertson. He was with Coach Gene Weir prior to kickoff.
All right, thank you, Kevin Wyke. We're here with Gene Weir from Olathe North. Coach, moments away from kickoff. What's the game plan for the Eagles today?
Well, just about the same as we've had, and hope it's good enough. Our kids are ready to play, and we're going to try to run the ball, and we're going to give it to 43 and see what he can do.
What concerns you most about Manhattan?
Well, they are a good football team. They're much bigger than we are. We just hope we can stay in there physically with them.
All right, Coach, good luck. We'll see you at halftime.
Thank you very much.
Gene Weir from Olathe North. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, thanks, Chad. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles of Olathe North, as they'll have the football at their own 45-yard line out of an I formation. Darren Sproles gets the pitch on 1st down. Running room up the right side. Sproles fighting hard down to the 41-yard line. A 1st down run as he goes for 13. And Darren Sproles, Theotis, they talk about his quickness, but he showed a lot of strength on that run.
Well, Darren Sproles, you can take a look at it from ground level. Watch the lane that he has an opportunity to run through. Makes a good cut. People always underestimate his strength. You know, they look at his size being only 5'7", 170 pounds, but the guy has tremendous strength and the ability to when he has good vision, the ability to make people miss. I like the way he uses his legs and the strength that this young man has.
Darren Sproles runs a 4.40, benches 320 pounds, 1st and 10. Give it to the senior Sproles, fighting, and he'll get a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. I was talking with the Shawnee Mission North coaches, and they said Sproles, yeah, he'll corkscrew you into the ground with his moves, but he can run through a lot of tackles as well.
Yeah, and you just talked about that. Here's a young gentleman, only 170-pound, benches 320, squats 500 pounds, so he's got the strength to go inside and outside. And in talking to Coach Butch Albright, he said that we've got to wrap this guy up, because if you don't, he'll run right over you.
Of course, Darren Sproles orally committed to play with Bill Schneider and the Kansas State Wildcats next year. 2nd down at 7. Toss sweep to Sproles, trying to turn the corner, and he does. Sproles near a 1st down at the 30-yard line. It is a 1st down run for Darren Sproles.
A nice block by the lead back, number 35, Whitaker, gets it up there, and you like that when Sproles, when it happened. Watch the block right here by number 35, Whitaker. He's the lead blocker for Sproles. Watch the containment, because well, there you go, Rich. Takes him out. That's a flat backer, which enables Sproles to get outside, and you like that out of your fullback. You like those big blocking fullbacks, and the reason that this guy has over 2,000 yards, credit those big fullbacks opening up the holes.
1st and 10. This is a dive play. They reward the fullback for the good block, and he goes for 3 yards on the play. Royal Whitaker.
You know, and talking a little bit about, we always hear about Sproles, but we've got to talk about some other guys who can run the ball in the back there, too. We got Mack, who can come in, and he'll just flat run over you, too. He's like a speeding bullet. And then we got this guy, Royal Whitaker. I'm just going to call him Mr. A, because every time he hits you, you're looking for Advil, because you got the headache again. This guy on both offense and defense is one of those guys who's always around the ball. He's always going to be smacking someone, as we've seen already.
I shortchanged him. I said only 3. He got about 6 on the play. This is Darren Sproles, and Sproles fighting to the 21-yard line, a couple yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and a couple here for the Eagles.
One of the things we talked to Coach Albright at the beginning of the game is that the Eagles will, the Indians will employ kind of a multiple defense. I mean, they have run-through linebackers, and Matt Butler, and that's the guy we talked about, number 32. He's the kind of guy that, you know, they like to utilize his speed and strength because he's a big guy. He's a punishing tackler. Very strong, too.
Third down and short. Toss it out to Sproles. Cuts it back. Has the first down. Breaks free. 5 touchdown. There is flags, however, on the play.
Yeah, we just saw a good block there by Whitaker, but I think it's going to come back. We have holding. Usually where that flag lands right there in the middle about where the center is. It's one of those 5 guys with their hand down the line there, Theotis. They got a little bit of a holding, but I'll tell you what, the one thing you like about Olathe North.
And they'll wave off the flag. The referee is Bill Fenton. It is a touchdown, Olathe North, as they strike first. 21-yard touchdown run by Darren Sproles.
Watch number 35 again, Royal Whitaker, as he takes out anybody that's up there. Look at that crushing block right there, and the lane and the power and the drive of Darren Sproles. Good run, good vision, good strength. You can't arm tackle this young man. Not even up above the waist. You cannot give him an opportunity to break tackles because, again, a lot of people always misunderstand this guy because he's only 5'7".
Jesse Galata with the extra point. It is 7-0. Olathe North on top. Darren Sproles, a 21-yard touchdown run. 7:32 left in the first. Darren Sproles scored his 45th touchdown of the season. 7-0 Olathe North on top as the Eagles to restart the game. D-back Parrish and Shirley as Jesse Galata, the left-footed soccer-style kicker with the run up in the boot. This will be Shirley from the 7 for Manhattan. Good coverage by Olathe North as they take him down at the 18-yard line. Let's talk about this run here by Darren Sproles, set up by the fullback, you said, guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Royal Whitaker does just a good job. He seals off the inside. Watch the cut by Sproles. Gets it inside, bounces off one tackle, gets into the end zone. But again, Rich, look at that offensive line play, the ability to turn people, and the good vision of Sproles.
Yeah, the thing about Sproles is this guy's a fire plug. You look at him, and he's already got the bumps in his tricep like a guy who's been hanging out in the weight room for a long time.
First and 10 from the 17-yard line. Play action fake. The ball is tipped and intercepted by the Olathe North Eagles as they were looking for the tight end. And coming up with the pick was the guy you were just talking about, Royal Whitaker.
He's all over the ball. You watch this guy on film, I'm telling you, he's got a nose for the ball. And even he said, they quoted him in the paper this week, he says, I just like to hit people. He's got a good attitude. Take a look at him here. Watch him right here. He's hanging on the line on the play action. Nose for the ball, Theotis. That's what you like to see. And there he is. Hey, he's still trying to run over people. Even when he's always on offense.
He's finding another color. He's finding another color.
Well, he had an interception last week in the win over Shawnee Mission North. Short field now for Olathe North. First and 10 from the 15 as the quarterback keeping on the option. This is McCall inside the 10 down near the 8-yard line before he's cut down. Let's check in on the field with Chad Harberts.
How big this game is. After the referee Bill Fenton waved off the first touchdown, Maurice Mack and Darren Sproles, the two leading rushers, met here at about the 12-yard line and were just hooping and hollering. They know this is a huge game.
All right, thanks, Chad. Pickup of 7 by the quarterback McCall. Second down at 3. Toss sweep. Darren Sproles. Blockers in front. Turning the corner into the end zone. Yes, touchdown. Darren Sproles. 13-0 Eagles.
You know, Theotis, you need a calculator up here to keep track of this guy's stats. Between his rushing yards, last week he had 5 touchdowns. He's well on his way again this week. We take a look at the highlights here. Another good job at the camera level here. Down on the field, we see him on the toss sweep here. Look at you know what I like about this guy? He's got a nose for the end zone, and he's got that acceleration and burst. When he needs to get there, he turns it on, and that's why he is going to be a good one in college. You see his arms right there? You see those bumps there? I can't. You see that arm right there? See that arm, Theotis? That's a big arm.
Galata's extra point is through there. It is 14-0 Olathe North. 6:42 to play here in your first quarter as we take a look at it from the end zone angle. Tough to stop the magical feet of Darren Sproles.
Again, watch the vision of Sproles. Gets to the outside, has, as you said, has a nose for the end zone, Rich. He gets there and has good speed, good vision to get out there. But again, that play was set up by the good blocking by the line play and also by the lead fullback and Royal.
Well, you know what Sproles does really good when he does is when he watches when he runs, is he doesn't just take off. He'll sit there and he'll kind of give you that dead foot. He'll stretch the field of defense, kind of make the defense commit one way or the other. He sets his blockers up, and then I talk about that burst, and that's where he takes it right outside.
You know what I like about this guy right there? This guy not only blocks, He intercepts passes, but he's also on the kickoff cover team.
Man,
now here's a guy with an attitude.
That's a triple bonus. That's a big paycheck at the end of the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's on the. I mean, those guys that are on the kickoff cover. I mean, they're all ticked off because they feel like they should be starting anyway. Well, that's an attitude.
You know, and his guy who came back from a rough. He had a knee surgery and everything. He came back and he wasn't sure mentally if he could still go out there and do it. But I'll tell you what, if he's had any mental thinking about, I don't know if I can play anymore, it's definitely not coming out today on the field. He's all over the place.
Yeah, and only a junior.
Good all-around athlete, also a basketball player, track athlete there at Olathe North. He had that torn ACL last year and really had to battle that mentally to get back, and he is back in full strength now as Olathe to kick it off for Olathe North. This will be Daniel Shirley from the 6. And he is dropped at the 15-yard line. Again, the coverage is just outstanding for the Olathe North Eagles. Steaming down there and making a good stop was a number of Eagles on the play. And the guys were really excited. Matt Wiggin, a kid who's a senior that's fought hard for 3 years on special teams, doing a great job here.
Here's what the Indians see. They see nothing but white jerseys right there in front of them. Good kick coverage by the cover team. Good hang time by Olathe, and enable his teammates to get down there and make a good, solid play.
Aaron Hicks also involved in the stop as they go on a running play off the right side, and he is stuffed as they went to Wendell Parrish, their leading rusher on the team, has 8 touchdowns, but not much there. Good job of the defensive line of Olathe North.
Yeah, when you're watching this defensive line from Olathe North, what they do a good job is it's not a sit defense and read, a 2-gap where you're reading. This is attacking, get to the gap you're supposed to be there and make a play. Press back against the guy you're playing against, staying in your gap. They do a good job of gap control. That's why they're successful in stopping the run.
Second down and 10 yards to go now for Manhattan, trailing 14-0 here. As now they do a little trickery and they give it on a wingback reverse. And good yardage taken by Dan Mauga as he gets it up near the 23-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 yards to go here for Manhattan.
Kevin, the reason that this thing can work because of the overflowing of the defense by North, and then you mix it up, you come back with the counter play, you allow the defense to overrun the play, and you hit them with that counter play up inside. So good play by the Indians. They have to sustain these type of drives.
Mauga splitting wide to the right. Quarterback pitching on the option. In trouble, Parrish, and going to be thrown for a big-time loss back near the 18-yard line. As the linebacker Chris Armstrong involved in the stop along with Logan Bonney. And it's going to be punting time again for the Indians.
Take a look at it here in the option. I thought maybe he should have handed this one off, Theodis, here, right here to the fullback, because it looked like he would be able to get inside the linebacker. But a good job there in pursuit there by Olathe North, beating any of the blocks, coming over the top, and that's what you can do on the option. You got to make sure that you stop the penetration up front, and if the quarterback doesn't have a good mesh there in the option, you're not going to be successful.
Good speed by North. North has tremendous speed on that defensive front.
Miles Pitts to punt it away here. D-back is John Lamb for Olathe North. We'll let this one hit. And the punt sailing 33 yards, no return. Olathe North gets it back, leading 14-0 over Manhattan here in the 6A state title game. Rockhurst and Liberty, 2 of the most storied programs in Kansas City history. Well, they met in the first round of the 5A sectionals this season, and Metro Sports had total access to the game. See the game from a different perspective throughout the school day and the game. We had microphones on the Rockhurst quarterback Jeff Brown, also Jason Dunsworth, along with Tony Severino, and the quarterback for Liberty, Joel Sambursky, and linebacker Bobby Archer. It's going to be great. Friday, September 1st, 7 p.m. here on Metro Sports, inside the game of the year. First down running play. Short pickup for Olathe North as Darren Sproles gets out near the 50-yard line. As it's going to be 2nd down and 7. Late stages here, the first quarter, guys. Some impressions. Olathe North took advantage of the short field. Darren Sproles running effectively behind Royal Whitaker.
Yeah, they're doing a great job up front. I'll tell you what, Olathe North, they're going to mix it up on the running, but it's pretty much going to be run, 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 and more run, Theodis. They do a good job mixing up the option, the inside runs, the traps, and the sweep. Doing a good job dominating up front in the pit so far.
2nd down, pitch it out to Darren Sproles. And tried to turn the corner and was shut down on the play. Nice play there. Coming up, Mike Jevons, as it's going to be 3rd down and a couple yards to go for the Eagles of Olathe North.
You take a look at Jevons here, the corner coming up on the outside right here there, the safety, I mean, coming up, doing a good job seeing over, getting over the top here, and good job there by Manhattan's defense, stretching it out. And if there's one thing you want to do, you got to try to make this guy Sproles run sideways as much as possible. You don't want him to get going north and south. So it was a good job there by number 10, forcing the run immediately. Don't wait there. Make Sproles go sideways.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5 as they go to their double slot set here. Give it to Maurice Mack going off the left side. Cuts it back. Maurice Mack with the first down near the 36-yard line. Flags pitched in late, however.
I'll tell you what, this guy Mack, we'll just call him the magician. He can just make people miss when he gets out in the open field, huh? I mean, people just disappear when they go around here.
Did you see the block by Sproles, who was lining up in the wing position? Gets to the other side, of course, he's got a clip there.
He's running backs, they never know where to block.
Well, but it was a good block by Sproles. Sproles did a good job in trying to get to the outside. We'll see after the officials call.
That's that flex bone they do. They line up. It gives you a good idea to get outside quickly. It gets your man to the point of attack.
Clip. Offense, 15 yards from the spot of the infraction. Repeat 3rd down.
All right, he got clipping right here. Watch at the top of the screen right here. Sproles. That looks like a good block there. Because might have been outside.
Right out here to out there. It is right there.
Get the clip right there by the wide receiver. But that's how you get big runs. You get those receivers going downfield, making good blocks. But again, you saw a good block by Sproles, which really got his teammate to the outside.
Yeah, and in that flex bone look there, what happens is it allows your blocking back, instead of being a regular wishbone, it gets your blocking back to the point of attack that much easier, and he doesn't have to worry about missing his block. He's right there on the line of scrimmage.
So now after the penalty, it's 3rd down and 13 as McCall on the rollout. He has a quarterback rating of over 150, in trouble and going to be sacked. Matt Butler with the sack back near the 33-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and a country mile punting time for Olathe North.
Finally, we talk about Matt Butler, number 32. What a good job. Butler stays with the play. You see him right there. He's reading the quarterback. His assignment is the quarterback. The quarterback rolls. You roll right with him. He stays with the play. The quarterback has no one to throw to. You see Butler comes right in to finish off the quarterback. But again, you know, he's their top tackler. This guy's got to make plays for this team to be solid this afternoon. And you can see that bad arm. He hurt it at the beginning of the year. He came back off the injury. He's been doing an outstanding job thus far.
First punt of the ball game for Olathe North on 4th and 23. Jesse Galata punting it away. Wendell Parrish will back away from this one. Takes a nice Olathe North roll inside the 20 near the 17-yard line.
So that was a good job on Manhattan, the defense there, dropping 3 and 4 back there in the zone coverage and everything. And when you can get matched up zone like that, and McCall has to roll out a little bit, that's not his best strength and everything. And so as long as they can take him out of that running game quick and force him to throw the ball, Manhattan should have a pretty good chance today in winning this football game.
Manhattan has really had the long field all day. Boy, Olathe North has done a good job of pinning them deep as they start at the 17-yard line in the Indian zone. And the quarterback keeping on the option. This is Irwin as he goes out near the 20-yard line, and a pickup of 3 yards on the play. Royal Whitaker with the tackle for Olathe North.
So you see what they're trying to do right now, gentlemen, and that is that we're talking about the Indians misdirection plays. You know, start one direction and come back with the other, and that's because that somewhat offsets the pursuit and really the speed of Olathe North. They like to get there at a point of attack and Rich get there quick, but you come back with counter plays. That's solid play versus this defense.
There's a little counter action there to Parrish, and Parrish is thrown for he goes for 2 yards, then he's thrown back. He'll be just a little bit shy of the first down as Chris Armstrong involved in the tackle for Olathe North along with Josh Carroll.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at Royal Whitaker right here, guys. This is the guy we've been talking about all day, watching him. A good job in reacting to the ball here, getting over the top, scraping, keeping shoulders parallel, and getting in on a tackle. You notice one of the things you see about with this defense, Olathe North, they like to penetrate, get up the field. So the misdirection, it helps the trapping guards, getting people out of position. Hopefully you can hit some quick plays in the misdirection.
3rd down and long. The quarterback goes on the draw. Mark Irwin diving ahead very close to the first down at the 27-yard line.
Good job there on Manhattan picking up the first down. As I said, you're not going to really be able to line up in the pits and knock these guys out up front. They got a pretty good stout defensive line there for Olathe North. So Manhattan has to continue mixing it up a little bit with the pass and run, use the play action, get some short passes, and they've got to control this clock. They've got to keep their defense off the field.
Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Olathe North leading 14-0 on 2 Darren Sproles touchdown runs of 21 and 7 yards. 1st and 10 now. Wendell Parrish, short pickup off the right side to near the 29-yard line.
It's going to be difficult for Manhattan too, because you understand Olathe North's defense, it's almost like a 4-4 stack. So you've got 8 men in the box all the time. It really makes it difficult to get the running lanes inside. You're going to have to look to get outside a little bit here, and also some of the play action passes. With that many men in the box, it's just hard to get everyone's block going good. Somebody usually falls off and makes it difficult to make it running there in the middle.
2nd down and long now. This is Parrish again. Makes a guy miss and then falls forward to the 33-yard line as he's tackled there. And we played one here in Lawrence in the 6A state title game. Olathe North leading 14-0 over Manhattan. You're watching Metro Sports. Back here at Memorial Stadium, I want to thank the folks at Instant Images sponsoring our Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Instant Images, your business is our business. Instant Images. 14-0 Olathe North on top as we begin play. As far as the second quarter, Darren Sproles a couple of touchdown runs as Manhattan will have it now 3rd down and 3 yards to go from their own 34-yard line as they send Dan Mauga in motion. Toss sweep. Wendell Parrish fighting, and we get to the 35 and then push back. The line there shutting him down shy of the first down.
Good job there by Olathe North shifting on the defense as we take a look here at it. Good job shifting to the strength here to the open side of the field here. You'll see him shift here, going and following in the man in motion here. But a good job here coming up on the run support and everything. That's how you take it on field. That's how you beat blocks and everything. Good job by Lake Thompson getting penetration. When you get penetration like that up front with your defensive line, you're not going to be very successful with running the ball.
And Olathe North's strength on a defense is speed. I'm trying to figure out why Manhattan's trying to run outside against this defense, and they did such a good job in leverage and containing outside. Really, the ball carrier had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was a good job on Olathe North though, on the shift on the outside there, and more men out there than what you had to block.
Miles Pitts to punt it away for Manhattan on 4th down and 1. John Lamb takes it at the 30-yard line, makes a man miss, and then he fumbles the football loose on the field. Big pile up at the 32-yard line here. No signal from the official there, and they're saying Olathe North football as we take a look at John Lamb on this return here, one of the top punt returners in the Sunflower Conference.
Well, first of all, he has the ball in the wrong hand, in the right hand. Now he switches it, but when he tries to switch it, it slips out of his hand and it hits the turf. And, you know, that dry air outside of Richard is very, very slippery. He had those dry hands. Here you can see right now as the ball carrier trying to switch from right to left, and the ball just comes out, but they recover the ball.
46-yard punt, 3-yard return. Darren Sproles on 1st down and going for 2 yards. Nice pursuit there by the Manhattan defense to shut down Darren for a very short gain.
Yeah, good job up front there, Chris Mao, and also Latimbre, whose father is the defensive coach there for Kansas.
ML Lattimore, the defensive line coach for Kansas State. Yes, okay. That's his son, ML.
You can see number 32 right there, Matt Butler. And I mean, he's playing with that club, and that's tough for, again, when you play in one arm, it's very, very difficult to wrap up.
2nd and down and 8. Toss sweep. Sproles making guys miss. Butler finally brings him down at the 47-yard line, but Sproles has acquired the 1st down.
Yeah, I talked about the speed of Sproles and what he does right here, Kevin, and making a defensive tackle miss. We'll take a look at the highlight here. Let's watch him in the backfield. He gets the ball deep on the pitch here. Now watch number 92. He's got to make that play. That's his gap. That's what Sproles can duck under. You see the strength and the power of this guy and how he gets going north and south, and that's the reason why he's so successful running the ball. He gets going north and south immediately.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, Olathe North zone. And this play will be stopped in mid-motion as we check in on field level with Chad Harbers.
You know, just talking about it, is very breezy down here on the field. It's not a bad day for a late November day. It's warmer than I thought it would be, but it is breezy. It is drying out the guys' hands. They're having a little trouble holding on to the football. When I talked to Gene Weir before the game, he said, you know, I'm a warm weather guy. I could go for another 10 or 15 degrees in temperature, but as far as a late November day, it's not too bad except for the breeze on the field.
Well, Coach Weir has eschewed his normal stocking cap he wears, so it's not too bad for the coach. Nearing 40 degrees after an illegal procedure penalty on Olathe. First down and 15 yards to go. Sproles into the secondary and caught from behind at the 50-yard line. Or Darren Sproles is Godzo there. Nice saving tackle by the free safety Greg Gaskins.
Yeah, saved the touchdown there.
Yeah, he did. Watch the look of Butler and Sproles. That they have eyeballing one another right here, and Butler's reading. He runs right past and over. He over pursues, and a good vision and a good cutting ability of Sproles. Just missed it, you know, breaking a big one. He gets out of it. He gets through that arm tackle. He's down. Highway 10.
Well, you know, when you look at this guy, Theodis, from the waist down, you can see the size of his legs. You know, he's a 500-pound squatter. You can see the strength that he has and everything. But when he runs with power besides speed, and that's what makes him so effective. I mean, this guy will literally run over you, and for not being a big man, you can see that the strength that he has, though.
There's Gale Sayers played here.
Back right there, huh, Theodis?
Yeah, one of the great ones.
Omaha, Nebraska native. Gale Sayers, quarterback, keeping on the option. McCall with a first down and takes it inside the 35-yard line of Manhattan, down near the 34. Brian McCall, another weapon this Olathe North team has. He's a very good rushing quarterback.
Ryan McCall follows the fullback in the hole. Right in there, you see the good vision, good blocking. He too has good upper body strength, runs through the arm tackles. And watch the fullback right there. The fullback leads into the play, keeps the ball. The quarterback keeper gets upfield. Good solid play by McCall.
First and 10 now from the 34-yard line. This is Darren Sproles making guys miss. Sproles shake and bake to the outside. Sproles down the sideline inside the 10 near the 6-yard line.
This guy is, I think I'd probably just call him Mr. Dust, because everybody's just left in the dust when he runs by you. He can shake and bake out there. I'll tell you, this is Mr. Excitement. He's going to be something at K-State next year to watch him, punt returns and whatever else. But just watch this guy, folks, the speed that he has and everything. And look how he gets going north and south immediately. One guy missed, two guy misses right there. Three, watch him get to the outside. Whoa, he makes four guys miss there. I'll tell you what, this guy, the strength, the power, the speed he has, like we said, he has speed, and then he can put it in the afterburner.
First and goal for Olathe North. Darren Sproles to the outside, cut down near the 3-yard line, so it'll be second down and goal.
You know what's nice about this young man, watching him, is that the coach is one of the team. He's one of the team leaders on this football team. Not just his ability to run the football and to catch it and to throw it, but his ability to just bring everybody else to a different level. Like most great players do, they bring their teammates up. You know, they bring them up to another level. And he's been exciting to watch for the past 3 years. And I know that they're going to dearly miss this young man. But K-State, here he comes.
Second down and goal from the 2, and Sproles down near the goal line. It'll be stopped short. It'll be third down and goal.
And you notice they like to run behind that right side of the offensive line of Olathe North. Number 61, Levi Milne. He also plays defensive tackle. And big number 72, Josh Cahill. 6'2", 255-pound senior. Getting some good movement up front.
Look at that samurai look there. And you get that neck roll.
You got that right there. Yeah, that's off on some line stomach muscles right there.
Yes, lots of sit-ups.
From the 1-yard line, third down and goal now. Send the wing in motion. Sproles shut down shy of the goal line. Great pursuit has taken it down there. Gaskins, Butler, and also Brandon Converse. But it looked like Butler blew it up here. And it's going to be fourth down and goal now.
Watch Butler's ISO right here. He's fighting through the tackle. And what a good play by number 21 for the Indians on the goal line, especially against Sproles. You stop him on the 1-yard line going forward. That is good defensive play by that young man.
Alan Sheehan, the cornerback. Leads the team in interceptions. 4th and goal, they'll go for it. Toss it to Sproles, cuts it back, touchdown, Olathe North.
Once again, just making people miss. You know, you gotta like this guy, Theodis. He gets out there, he stretches his blockers, he sets them up real well. As soon as he sees that lane, what he has that other high school kids don't have is he's got that burst of speed. That's why he's heading to big-time college football. Watch him stretch here, Theodis. See how he stays square? Boom, when he sees that lane, now he makes that cut. He goes through, shoulders come down. That's that burst and acceleration you like to see in a running back.
Yeah, and the attitude. That was 4th and goal. It was an attitude play by the Eagles, but just a good surge by that offensive line and a good cut by Darren Sproles.
Galata's extra point is through the uprights. 21-0. Olathe North on top. 3 Darren Sproles touchdowns. 6:37 to go in your second here on Metro Sports. 6:37 to go here in the second quarter as you take a look at the Manhattan coaching staff, and they're down 21-0 here to Olathe North, as Darren Sproles has been awesome thus far, scoring 3 touchdowns. And Olathe North to kick off here. To restart the ballgame, Jesse Galata with the kick. Shirley will take it from the 6-yard line for the Indians. Has some running room off the right sideline up to the 40-yard line. And a nice return for Manhattan High as we go down in the field to Chad Harberts.
Well, Kevin, Manhattan is not used to being down 3 touchdowns. In fact, they have not won a game this year when they have allowed more than 17 points. They are 0-3, and the games have given up more than 17 points with 21 on the scoreboard already for the Eagles. The Indians have got their work cut out for them.
36-yard return sets the Indians up in great field position as they have it at their own 41-yard line. They got Romar Clark and Wendell Parrish in the backfield. Quick trap play to the fullback. He goes for a quick 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Manhattan with this good field position, Theodis, they need to put something together here right now. They need to get a score on the board because right now the defense, I'm not really sure what defense they're going to be able to put in to stop Mr. Darren Sproles on the next drive. So they're going to have to get some points here on the board, get some momentum going, hopefully turn this thing around.
2nd down and 6 yards to go. Everybody talks about the Olathe North offense. They average 45 points per game, 450 yards per game, but they had the best defense in the Sunflower Conference as far as total defense and rush defense. 2nd down and 6 yards to go here. Quarterback back to throw is Mark Irwin. Firing the middle, and the pass going to be deflected and intercepted by Olathe North. Jesse Galata with the interception. Still on his feet. And has blockers in front of him. Now fumbles the football. It's loose on the field, and Manhattan has covered it back up at the 49-yard line.
That's a nice 8-yard gain. That's a nice 8-yard gain. Does that go down in the offensive stats?
Absolutely. That's their best rushing game right now. That right there.
Yeah, that's if you take a look at it, I mean, you really don't want to put the ball up like this. You take a look at it here, Theodis.
Well, you can see the quarterback. He throws it up there, and a good interception by the Olathe North secondary. But one thing you got to do, now you become a ball carrier. You know, there's guys going to be coming after you, and you got to be able to secure the ball, wrap it up. When you're cutting in, you lose. The quarterback makes the hit. Boy, that's like a punter making a hit on you. You get the quarterback hit you.
Well, Mark Irwin, he made up for the bad throw there on the interception, put his helmet right on the football.
8th interception of the season for Galata, and the pitch play to Parrish will lose yardage back to the 45-yard line, and flags on the play, and Parrish appears to be slow getting up.
Yeah, it was a good play there on the defensive end, the left defensive end. I talked about these guys. Josh Carroll here for Olathe North gets good penetration, and when you can get penetration like that on an option play, it's going to make it much difficult with the mesh. The quarterback makes his pitch way deep in the backfield. You're not going to be successful.
Parrish being helped off the field by the trainers.
Well, this was good field position for the for Manhattan Indians, and they certainly, and we're trying to see, but before we get started here, we want to see what happened here on Parrish. Gets the pitch right there, looks upfield, turns it in. Right here, he puts his shoulder down.
Looked like he kind of just landed on that hand a little bit there, and maybe
like
jammed the shoulder a little bit there.
Looked like he might have jammed his shoulder.
Yeah, that's what it looks like there. Yeah.
There's a penalty on the field.
Penalty was a legal block below the waist on the Manhattan High squad, so they're going to move back all the way back to the 30-yard line. It's going to be second down and 29 yards to go now, trailing 21-0 here. Quarterback on the option keeps and can't get away from Royal Whitaker, who takes him down near the 33-yard line in a pickup of 3.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult here, Theodis, in that defense. Now that Olathe North, as they're doing, is attending to shift to the outside. So if anything, you might want to take that inside running game, the quick traps inside, just because there's some natural gaps there because the defensive linemen are playing such wide positions.
Yeah, and you like the inside gap, and you like the counter. They had some success running the counter plays, the counter traps earlier in the ball game, and now they're trying to go outside. Olathe North is such a stingy defense. They're not going to allow you to get outside.
Second down and now 26 yards to go as they fake the reverse, and coming around is Daniel Shirley, tripped up at the 45 and then dives ahead to the 47-yard line. He's flying in and taking his legs out. Jesse Galata for Olathe North.
A little bit of a trickery play here. When we talk about misdirection, well, here's one right here. They start one direction, they fake it, and he keeps the ball and gets to the outside, gets a good block downfield, and keeps his head up, and it makes it 3rd and long. But these are the kinds of plays that Manhattan needs to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, and that good block.
And to sustain their drive.
Yeah, and that good block there was we isolate him as Romar Clark there, getting downfield, staying on his man there, springing it for the nice run.
14-yard play now, 3rd down and 12. Back to pass. Irwin cutting, and the pass off the hands and incomplete as they were looking for Brett Collins, and it'll be 4th down and a dozen now for the Indians.
They finally had a guy open, and he just missed them. He finally had a guy open down the middle, and just a simple seam route. As you can see, Irwin hangs up to the football, gets it out there on stretched hands. The receiver was open, running straight down the numbers. You like that, but now what you do, if you're able to complete that particular pass, the safeties back off. Now you get a little bit more rich, a little bit more running lanes.
4th down, Miles Pitts punts it away for the Indians. This one straight up. Takes a nice Indians roll, and then the ball is muffed by John Lamb and covered up by Manhattan's Greg Gaskins.
That's the type of ball once it hits the ground and rolling over, don't touch it. Get away from the ball. That's just a mistake there. You never want to touch it. It's hard enough to field, but as you see, the ball's coming end over end there. No, get away from the ball, folks. Get away from it. Bad mistake there. Turnover. Hopefully, Manhattan North, this is what they needed, some type of turnover to get back in this game, and this could be it right here.
Well, at first they had the interception that was fumbled, which gave them a nice gain. Now they had a punt return, which was fumbled. Nice gain.
So the fumble by Lamb after the 51-yard punt, covered up by Gaskins. 1st and 10 from the 17 of Olathe North. Irwin to throw, firing over the head of the tight end, Adam Aslan. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Now you're the Indians. You got to be able to put some points on the board. If it's a field goal or touchdown, you got to be able to put some points on the board. You're in the red zone now. Now you will see Olathe North's defense come to the fold now, Rich. And you talk about that speed. Here's where you like to see that speed, probably sacking the quarterback, getting them into long 3rd and long situations. Yeah,
and they just need to hook up on a few of these plays here. Mark Irwin's had some receivers open and everything. It's just overthrown him. He's seen that, they had some nice moves, and if anywhere with the defense that Olathe North is playing right now it's almost shifted to like a 6-2. With that many men up in the box, you're going to have to look to go down the field with the ball.
Olathe North takes a timeout, 3:34 to go in your first half, 21-0. Olathe North on top. The 2000 High School Roundup All-Metro Football Show is coming up Friday, December 1st on Metro Sports. Chad and Brad wrap up the football season by announcing this year's first team and honorable mention selections, plus the Players of the Year and Coaches of the Year. It's the 2000 High School Roundup All-Metro Football Show, only on Metro Sports, only on cable. Let's check in with a man that has a lot to do with this, Chad Harberts.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, we've been going over the All-Metro nominations the last couple of days at Metro Sports. Brad Porter and myself, along with Beth Dale and Angie Samuelson. It's going to be a tough squad again this year, and I think you'll see quite a few Olathe North Eagles making the All-Metro team.
2nd down and 10 after the Olathe North defensive timeout here.
That's not a hard pick with this defense here in Olathe North, huh? There's a few guys you can put up there real quick.
Wing to the right, split backs here. Give it to the tight end coming around. Aslan wanted to throw it. Now will tuck and run. Inside the 15, tripped up. And he'll fall near the 12-yard line. And they're going to need about 4 yards on third down here. It looked like a trick run. Looked like he was going to throw here, Theotis.
Yeah, it does. And once again, it's the tight end counter play. He wanted to throw it back, but the quarterback was covered. So he tucks the ball away. Good presence of mind. Not trying to make a bad play out of something. Makes a good gain. Here he wants to throw back to the quarterback. As you look, there's nobody open. He tucks it away, gets upfield, still allows his team to try to get a first down. Good play by the tight end.
Well, they have thrown a touchdown pass to their quarterback. Parrish did that in one of their state playoff games. As now they draw Olathe North offsides here. As it was 3rd down and 4, it'll be an automatic first down on the offsides with the Eagles.
Well, here's what's happening now for the North team. Now with the fumble, interception fumble, the punt return fumble for now what you have, the situation is just penalties and just bad play. Bad play by Olathe North, which really is giving the Indians an opportunity to score. Now, on this particular drive, this has just been a drive of just a lot of mishaps.
1st and goal from the 7 now. Power set to the right side. Daniel Shirley and goes to the 5 where he's caved in on there. Jesse Galata, also Royal Whitaker involved in the stop.
Yeah, it's like to take a look at Whitaker coming over here over the top. Once again, this guy right here is making plays all day long here. You see him getting over the top. Good job scraping, keeping his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. And that's so important with the linebacker that you don't turn and run. And that's good foot speed there, and that's good agility. And that's what you want to see out of a young kid in high school there. You're seeing that he's learning his techniques well. That's the reason why he's successful in making running, stopping the ball.
Yeah, good form tackle.
2nd down and goal now. The fullback, Romar Clark, powers his way in. Touchdown, Manhattan High, Romar Clark.
Yeah, that's a good job there by the offensive line there for Manhattan that time, getting a good surge there. And big Romar Clark, man. Here you go. Here's the guy. He's got the offensive lineman look right there. But we take a look at it here. Here's big Romar Clark here, getting the ball there, following behind his offensive line there. Good block up front, staying on side, getting good surge, staying on their blocks. Romar. Here we go. Another look here. Good job there. See Romar powering through there. Big man, the tank running.
And the extra point is good by Miles Pitts. And Coach Gene Weir a little flustered on the sidelines. His team had the football on interception, then coughed it up. They got the football on a punt. They coughed it up again. So kind of let Manhattan right back in this ball game. It's now 21-7 with under 2 minutes to play before halftime.
Manhattan is doing a good job in some of their play selection, but also their execution. A lot of misdirection, a lot of somewhat trickery in some of their plays in this particular drive. Those are the kinds of plays. As you can see now, it's 21-7. It's still a good football game, but those are the types of plays that this team needs to, to stay in the ball game, but more importantly, to keep their Olathe North offense off the football field.
And they did a good job too. And you got to like your fullback here when he sits down on the bench with his tight end and his offensive lineman and everything.
Yeah,
that's what you like, man. That's the guy who has pizza with his offensive lineman there.
You like that, don't you?
I do. Yeah, that's it, man. That's you and
I never sat together though.
No, we did.
Okay.
I always wanted to give you some pizza, but you wanted some California sushi or something.
Absolutely.
Those were the first points given up by the Olathe North defense throughout the playoffs. They had shutout wins over Shawnee Mission South 49-0 and 54-0 over Shawnee Mission North. Scoring drive for Manhattan, 4 plays, 18 yards, 1:45 off the clock. Capped by a Romar Clark 6-yard touchdown run, his 2nd of the season. Miles Pitts to kick off. Back is Darren Sproles. And also Maurice Mack. And this will be Maurice Mack with the return. Across the 20. And Mack with a great return out near the 37-yard line. Maurice Mack, the future running back for this Olathe North program. They call this high school running back high school, and this is the guy that will take over for Darren Sproles next year.
Yeah, you like him. A good size, 6 feet, 195 pounds. The nice thing about him, hey, he averages over 9.5 yards a pop every time he touches the football. So they don't miss a beat. When you take out Sproles and you bring in Mack, they do not miss a beat with their running game.
Yeah, they just go from a Corvette to a Mack truck. That's all I got. That's a change.
31-yard return, and now Olathe North will burn their second time out of the first half as Brian McCall saw something he didn't like, and Coach Gene Weir in his 20th year will come out and talk to the troops. Gene Weir's won 83% of his ball games, as he's won 3 state titles, 7 straight conference titles in the Sunflower Conference, and he's never had a losing season. He does a great job with the Eagles.
And Manhattan did a really good job there on that drive there. As we talked about, they had to get some points. They went down there. They did it. I think Coach Weir right now is probably beginning to think about his team. They've made a few turnovers, a little unusual for him. He wants to settle them down, wants to try to get some points here right before the end of the half.
You know what I like about Coach Weir is the fact that consistency. He's been consistent throughout the 90s. Obviously, this year with his football team, and that Sunflower League was last year, lost to Olathe, their rival Olathe South. This year coming back and doing quite well. Defensively is doing well. And you know, they think that we're kind of a sissy football in
Western Kansas.
Western Kansas think, hey, we're kind of sissy football. And you tell this guy right there that, I tell you what, that's why he has his jacket off right now. He started in the game, Rich. I don't know if you noticed that. Started with the game with the jacket on, but now the jacket's off.
And the Eagles have not passed the football as of yet, as Sproles gets the carry, and he's blown up on the play, shooting through and making the defensive stop. M.L. Lattimore, the sophomore and the son of the lineman coach for the Kansas State Wildcats.
Yeah, they talked about throwing the ball. All I see is a smash mouth football. I don't know what they're doing out there in Western Kansas and what they're watching.
Because you can. And the Indians actually haven't been in. They haven't stopped Olathe North. Olathe North has stopped themselves. And you just take what the defense gives you. They have the ability to give up a lot of yards on the ground. Gene Weir, good job, and his coaching staff doing an excellent job in their game planning for this championship game, and just been consistent throughout today's contest.
And you know, and they are successful. Manhattan is very successful when Chris Mao and Lattimore do a good job inside, because that's where they like to run this ball. Olathe North, they like to go in. They like to go inside those tackles, get those cutback lanes. When Lattimore and Mao do a good job up front there, and they're controlling them, that's why they've been successful a few times here in stopping them run.
Well, Sproles lost 3 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 13 after a timeout taken by Manhattan. They have 1 left, 1:28 to go before halftime, 21-7. The Eagles on top of the Indians as McCall to throw and going to be sacked back near the 20-yard line as they got in and got the sack. As making the sack was Drew Horton.
Good job there by Drew Horton, not taking any of the fake at all on the run there, getting upfield. Actually, that's number 68, Gerald Stowe, who does a really good job here. Take a look at the pit level here. You see him coming upfield, beats the block there of the left offensive guard there. And what really happened on this play, Theotis, is the quarterback rolled a little bit too far. He's supposed to hold up inside that block of the guard. If he goes outside, he's on his own there. Can't help him. Sack takes place.
Yeah, and they had the fullback out in the open, in the flats there. There was kind of a flood pattern, and he was open. If the quarterback was able to get out there, there was no one there who covered the fullback out of the back.
Yeah, the left guard, Josh Carroll, when he pulls down the line on that, what he's doing is he's supposed to kick out the defensive end, but your quarterback's supposed to hold up. McCall's supposed to hold up inside there, hit your fullback. If you keep rolling outside there, he's not going to have any protection. Good play there by number 68, Gerald Stowe, coming up the field and making the sack.
The Indians are doing a good job now. Now you force this Olathe North football team to throw the football if you get them in long down situations. And these last couple of plays, they've been able to do just that.
And we talked about that. If they want to have any success, they're going to have to put these guys into a throwing situation, Olathe North. They could not allow them to run up and down the field all day.
So after the Stowe sack, Jared Stowe, the leading sack man, by the way, for the Manhattan Indians, all conference this year, first team. It's going to be 3rd and 24. Quick pitch to Darren Sproles across the 30, up near the 33-yard line, but they're going to be well shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down and punting time.
You know, at the end of that play there, I don't know if you can catch number 10, Michael Jevons. He makes a heck of a tackle here, gang tackling here on Sproles here.
Actually,
take a look at
it's Mack here.
It's Mack on the run here on a little bit of a shovel pass right here. You see him take the pitch there, good enough field. But watch number 10 here come up here. This is the type of hit you want to see. Gang tackling right there. Take the man's head off. Boom. Little roping of the cattle there.
Yeah, high school football at its best.
Michael Jevons, good job on the tackle. And, you know, guys like Mack and Sproles, you've got to get people around them. You cannot single block these guys, arm tackle. They're just too strong. They're going to run through every time.
hey, the Indians may get good field position at that. If Olathe North elects to punt, be a good field position, maybe be able to get in and get some type of score.
Well, now it's down to 59 seconds. Olathe North will have to punt it away. Jesse Galata will punt it here. Manhattan is out of timeouts as Wendell Parrish is in solo safety now for the Indians. Galata off the side of his foot here. A very poor punt. He'll take a Eagles hop, however, and go inside the 40-yard line. All the way down to the 36. This is Astro play. It kind of looks like grass, but it is Astro turf. And boy, that ball just really took off after it hit the field.
Well, what you like to do for the return man, if you can't really catch the football, get away from it. But if you can try to catch it, you can see the grass right here.
Synthetic grass.
Synthetic grass, and they have that the rubber tire.
Yeah, tire stuff in there. Underneath it, gives it the support. It's ground up Bridgestone tires. The guys who make Firestones. You know those tires?
Yeah, well, I do. I got mine replaced. But you want the return man to come up and make that catch.
32 yards on the punt. 1st and 10 now for Manhattan, trying to get on the board just before halftime. Firing over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for Travis Chard, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 40 seconds to go before halftime.
That's a good job there on Olathe North. They were in what we call 4 deep. It's you break the field up in the quarters here. You see the safety doing a good job of getting deep back here, not letting anyone get behind them. Of course, Mark Irwin's had a little trouble here matching up with his receivers and everything, but that's a good job by Olathe North in the defense. Their safety's getting back in the zone, not letting anyone get behind them.
Jonathan Lamb with the nice coverage there. John Lamb, junior, 175 pounds, had a broken collarbone last year, but playing well this year as Irvin will tuck it and run. Flags on the play as he goes for the 1st down, as he goes for 11 yards. But holding will bring it back as Mark Irwin, the quarterback, more of a running quarterback than a passing quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, his numbers actually show that, too. I mean, being a junior that itself, and they like to run the football. They like to run an option with this guy. The guy's he's a good athlete, and they like to utilize his arm. But he has, as you mentioned, Rich, he has not been able to connect with any of his receivers. And that's the thing that they're going to have to do with the kind of trickery play, misdirection play. They're going to have to be able to hit the receivers in those seam routes.
And he's had some receivers. Here we go. Take a look at the penalty. We have a holding there.
Offense, 10 yards from the spot of the infraction. Repeat, 2nd down. I'm ready. I'm going to watch.
Something Manhattan can't afford at this point, looking to try to get some things going here and everything. But it said as long as they can keep mixing it up here, they've done a better job on defense here in the 2nd quarter and stopping Olathe North. They just need to keep moving it on the offense.
2nd down and 24 after the penalty. Looks like a broken play, and Irwin will just dive ahead across the 25 near the 26-yard line. Going to wind out here in the 1st half. Olathe North at 3 Darren Sproles touchdown runs in this ball game. But Manhattan, after some miscues by Olathe North, able to kind of get back in this ball game and got a touchdown by Romar Clark, and he's still got a good ball game. It's 21-7 at halftime, and Coach Weir's now with Chad Harberts.
Coach, you got the running game going in the 1st half. How pleased were you with that?
Well, I was happy, up to that point in time when we started turning the ball over and let him back in it. So we just have to come out and reestablish ourselves this half.
3 first-half turnovers. You lost 2 of the fumbles. How much does that concern you?
Concerns me a lot. They were careless fumbles, and the kids will get better. They're just a little excited. We'll improve that this half.
What do you want to change up at halftime?
Well, we're going to have to tighten up a little bit defensively and just mentally just be a little more disciplined as to what we need to do and move the football, and we can win it.
All right, thank you, Coach. Gene, we're talking. Back up to you guys in the booth, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Chad. 21-7, your halftime score on the Ivy High School Game of the Week. Our halftime report is coming up next. You're watching Metro Sports.
Hy-Vee salutes this week's participants in the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Olathe North High School was founded in 1958. This year's enrollment is 1,418 students. Hy-Vee salutes the Olathe North Eagles for their commitment to academic excellence and their outstanding tradition of high school athletics.
Back at Memorial Stadium here in Lawrence at halftime of the 6A state title game. Olathe North leading Manhattan 21-7 as Darren Sproles has cashed in on 3 touchdown runs. Manhattan with a short touchdown run by Romar Clark, making it 21-7. And coming up on Metro Sports, a unique and very interesting show I think you're going to want to watch. Rockhurst and Liberty, 2 of the most storied football programs in Kansas City history, meeting in the first round of the state playoffs, and Metro Sports had total access. You see the game from a different perspective throughout the game day, and microphones on players like Jeff Brown, Joel Samberski, the quarterback for Liberty. Also, the coaches are mic'd up, Tony Severino and Pat Hansen. And this is going to be total access, and it's going to debut Friday, December 1st, 7 p.m. on Metro Sports as we take you inside the game of the year. Rockhurst winning in overtime, and just a hard-fought, nail-biting game. But you're going to have total access. See what it's like on game day with the coaches and players. It should be very interesting, Rich.
Yeah, it should be. I don't know if a lot of people would want to have seen me on game day early in the morning.
What?
It might have been a little difficult thing to put on camera. You know?
What were you doing there?
Usually the last time I went to bed was Friday night. I never slept Saturday. Sunday I was up. My last meal was Saturday afternoon at 4:30. Hopefully there were no dogs left in the neighborhood or anything. How about you? You'll probably out playing golf early in the morning, getting back.
Actually before a game, what I used to do, I used to get to the stadium early, take my sauna. Of course, you would already be in there 5 hours before I did. And because there was no room, take a sauna, ride the bike, just get warmed up. And game day, this documentary will be very interesting. Folks can get an inside look on really what it feels like just before a football game and in preparation for it, because it's really intense and it's very interesting, and we'll be excited to watch.
So once again, it's total access, Rockhurst Liberty, Friday, December the 1st, 7 p.m. on Metro Sports. As we're going to take you inside the game. You're not going to want to miss that, folks. I'm telling you, it's going to be very interesting, enlightening. It'll be very emotional as well as we see the kids at the end of a ball game, and a ball game that ends their season. 21-7, your halftime score. Olathe North leading Manhattan High in the 6A state title game. Back with more halftime here on Metro Sports. 21-7 is your halftime score. Olathe North leading Manhattan here in the 6A state title game. And Olathe North seemed to be cruising, guys, as they were up 21-0. But then they started making some mistakes and coughed up the football and got Manhattan right back in this game as we take a look at our Hy-Vee halftime highlights.
Yeah, you see number 2, Jonathan Lamb. It could have been a lot worse. Here he shifts the ball, but fumbles it, but luckily he recovers that. Then on the interception, you can see Jesse Galata gets the INT. Now you got to become a ball carrier. Here's the ball carrier. Then here he gets hit by the quarterback. He fumbles, sets up another plus yards for the Indians. And on the third one, you can see Lamb once again fumbles the ball on the ensuing punt return. And again, this thing could be a lot worse, but with those miscues, really got the Indians back into this ball game.
Seems like Manhattan has the momentum. 21-7 is your halftime score. Olathe North leading the Manhattan Indians as the Manhattan Marching Band entertaining the folks here at Memorial Stadium. Olathe North over Manhattan High. And guys, let's talk about what we expect for the second half of this ball game. I mentioned Manhattan seems to have the momentum a little bit in this ball game. What's your thoughts for the second half?
Well, I think what they're going to have to do here in the second half, Manhattan, is continue on their defense. What they've done a good job is getting penetration up front. They're pushing the running back Sproles to the sidelines. You're not going to be able to give up the big plays. To the other side of that, their offense is going to have to hit some of those plays downfield. They've done a good job on the trickery there in the plays. They're loosening up a little bit of that defense. And if they're going to want to stack, if Olathe North is going to want to stack 8 men in the box, box. You're going to have to get some one-on-ones. It looked like they can maybe get some action against Olathe there on the outside. They make a couple big plays, they'll be right back in this game.
Yeah, if I'm the Indians, I'm going to look at that defense to do exactly what they did the last 2 possessions, and that's blitz the guys. And the quarterback and the coach talked about that at the beginning of the game, is that it has multiple defenses, and what they like is they like to blitz and they like to stunt, and they've been able to do that the last 2 possessions defensively to really put Olathe North at a disadvantage, and that is 3rd and long yardage. So what they need to do is still stay with their game plan, somewhat stay on course, and have the ability to again to blitz, to stunt, to really cause some havoc up front, to really so they won't allow Sproles to have those lanes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Olathe North, I'd like to hear what's going on in that locker room right now. I think Coach Weird's probably got a little fire and brimstone going right now.
21-7, Olathe North leading Manhattan at halftime of your 6A state title game. You're watching Metro Sports. Back at halftime, Kevin White, Rich Baldinger, Theodis Brown, and Chad Harberts. And big first half for Darren Sproles, the senior running back for Olathe North, with 3 touchdowns as we take a look.
Yeah, he did an excellent job, starting off the game from the very beginning. Here we see him taking the ball on the outside. And you got to like this guy. Look at 170 pounds just dragging men along the field. He does an excellent job of following his fullback, Whitaker, here. Here you see the power of that man. In fact, we saw his father coming up in the elevator, and he's even built like a fire plug. Again, you see him outside here doing a good job just racing, showing that burst of speed he has. That's the reason why they're going to like him at K-State. Here he's going inside, and you talk about a guy with an attitude when he runs, folks. He just makes people miss, and every time he hits someone, he always goes forward. He never goes backwards. Here, an excellent job on his second touchdown there, making a good cutback. That's the reason why they're on top 21-7. Olathe North, we talked about Sproles before the game. They're going to have to stop him. They're going to have to do a better job here in the second half, Manhattan.
Beautiful day here in Lawrence. It is a little chilly. Temperatures upper 30s, low 40s, but a nice day for the 6A state title game. Fans from Manhattan coming down to Lawrence to enjoy the ball game. Good crowd here at Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of Kansas. And we'll take another break. 21-7, Olathe North leading Manhattan here in the 6A state title game. Halftime of the 6A title game here in Lawrence. Olathe North leading 21-7 over Manhattan. We want to apologize. We've had some graphics problems throughout the ball game. Normally have a lot of graphics for you, and we can show you the first downs and all that stuff, but some problems with the graphics machine, so we apologize. But we do have our first half highlights, and it started well for Olathe North as Darren Sproles got him on the board.
Yeah, Sproles had no problems getting to the end zone. Here you see a good cut by Sproles, bounces off a tackler, gets in the end zone, shows you strength of this young man. Number 2 right here, you can see the quarterback, his ball is deflected, picked up by our good friend Royal
Whitaker.
Yeah, Whitaker picks up the ball, and you can see it, a good block by Royal, leading Sproles to the outside, good flat back there, gets to the corner of the end zone, good burst by Sproles.
That was 14-0, Olathe North leading.
And here's the sack by Matt Butler with the club. And again, get that Indians back into the game. And once again, Sproles gets the ball upfield, turns those shoulders upfield. And then big Roman Clark, touchdown, barrels into the end zone. Some miscues by North.
Here's Stowe on a good sack here, getting upfield, beating the guard's block, miscommunication, and getting a sack in the game. Here we see Sproles getting warmed up, loosened up, and ready to go. And he even looks like, man, look at that, man. Look at them arms and everything, man. Big legs and everything. That's a high school. That's a guy heading to Division I football, man, ready to play.
Hey, I know they have to be excited about Manhattan getting this young man. He is an exciting ball player, and I like the way he uses his blockers. I mean, he's a good open field runner, but the uses of his blocking is very, very good. And again, the intangibles. I mean, it's the leadership that he possesses on the football field. You know, and even though you,
if you're looking to fill some time, I can talk about Olathe North.
You know, it's kind of nice to see this young man do a lot of good things for his football team.
And he runs with great power. He's got great leverage too, Kevin. You know, right before when anyone's going to tackle, he makes good dip. He makes good contact. People go back. He does not get knocked backwards, and that's a sign of a guy who's going to do real well in college. He's got good strength. And the other thing you got to like about him, we've talked about his speed and power, Theotis, is his balance. If you ever notice, he doesn't get knocked off his feet. His shoulders and everything, he's good balance. He's always got a good base to the ground there. That's the reason why he's going to be very successful.
And that's the reason why he's been successful today is that big Roy Whitaker. That guy, I know, here's a guy that not only blocks for, opens up the holes for Sproles, but then he goes down on kick cover. And he's standing, he's like R1. He's right next to the kicker. He's the first guy down there, and he plays, not only is intense on the offensive end, special team, but what a good middle linebacker he is.
And you see, and this young kid's he's got a lot of chance to go on. He's a junior this year. He's going to be watched next year to go on to big schools. And the reason why you like a kid like this, and the reason why he shows a lot of college scouts, again, is he's got great balance and great feet. And that's what you want to see out of a young kid. You see him on the defensive, he scrapes along the line of scrimmage well, doesn't get his shoulders turned, good acceleration, good form tackling. That's the reason why they're successful on defense with Royal Whitaker.
And he leads the Eagles in tackles as there's head coach Gene Weir. As we go down on the field now to Chad Harberts.
Thank you, Kevin. Olathe North has not played a close game in 9 weeks. Ever since week 3 when they beat Lee Summit North 21-10. Usually when they come out of the locker room at halftime, the starters are looking at playing a series or two and coming out as the second and third stringers finish up ball games. This is a different game. At 21-7, this Eagles team came out of the locker room just a moment ago with a deadly serious look on their faces. They came out very businesslike, like they had to finish off this second half. There was no chance of the starters maybe even coming out. They know they got to take care of things in the second half if they want to win this 6A state championship game.
All right, thanks, Chad. 21-7 is your halftime score. Olathe North and their head coach Gene Weir by 2 touchdowns here, but Manhattan seemed to grab the momentum there as far as the late stages of the second quarter, thanks to Olathe North mistakes. But if you're looking at who's got the momentum now, you got to go with the guys in the blue and white, Manhattan High.
Well, I'll tell you what, Olathe North, we're sitting up here watching these guys warm up, getting ready for the second half, and I felt the stadium rumble and everything, you know. But, you know, I think that was Coach Weir down there with that fire and brimstone speech. You've seen him come out of Olathe North. I do not think we're going to have many turnovers by them in the second half here. They're going to be all business and try to put this one away quick. A team like Manhattan, you don't want to give them any momentum. You don't want to give them easy turnovers. It's a team that capitalized on it quick. You can't let them stay around here very long. Strange things can happen at the end of the game.
And this is a guy who's going to have to help his football team. We're talking about Matt Butler, number 32. He's the inspirational leader. And this guy is he bench presses 340 pounds, squats 500, runs about a 4.5 40. I mean, his dad played for the New Orleans Saints, Bill. I mean, just a class guy, but he is the leader of this defense, and the defense showed me the last 2 possessions they can compete with Olathe North, and they can stop the run.
And Manhattan on the other side of that too, they need to get that big back going, Clark. They need to get him going up inside. They need to take some time off the clock. They need to get some balance there going. They need to get some good drives. But I'll tell you what, as long as Olathe North is putting 8 men in the box, you got to look to go down the field. Hopefully the quarterback Mark Irwin can complete some of those plays downfield.
There's a lot of needs you just said there, Rich.
Well, there's a few needs.
There's a lot of needs. And it was interesting. Coach Weir put back on the jacket. You know, he had the jacket off in the first half. You know, now the jacket's back on, so he's warming up, getting frigid afternoon, and again, I just look forward to see a better matchup for Manhattan in the second half, because that's what they're going to have to do to start going back to their base defense, and that is stunning and blitzing.
Well, Chad, how cold is it as we go down on the field now to Chad Harberts to give us an update on the field conditions and weather conditions here?
I'll tell you what, Kevin, it's actually pretty nice down here as we talk about it. It is, November 18th. It is a nice day down here. The wind has died down a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. The sun has been shining bright all day. It's really a spectacular afternoon for a 6A title game, and for Olathe North, winning the coin toss to start the game and then deferring is going to pay off now for the Eagles, because up by 2 touchdowns, they also start with the ball in the second half.
We need to preface it by saying Chad Harberts is from northern Iowa, so if it's like, 0 degrees outside, he'll say it's not really that bad outside.
I agree with Chad. It's beautiful outside. Former lineman, you like these days.
It's cold.
It's nice. Now, Theodis,
look at the headgear. Look at this stuff, guys. Hey, they're all warmed up there. Hey, I'm cold. I'm cold.
This guy isn't right here. This guy's ready to go right now. He's been hot. He's been on fire since the first half. Look for him to try to do good things here in the second half, too.
Olathe North will receive the second half kickoff as Darren Sproles going to be deep along with Maurice Mack. Sproles with 3 touchdown runs thus far in the ball game. Now on the season, 47 touchdowns for this young man.
That's a tough combination back there. You got Max and you got Sproles. Which guy do you kick the ball to?
You kick it in between the official. Kick it right to him. Good half for Darren Sproles in the first half. 17 rushes, 114 yards, and 3 TDs. Again, he's just a guy that's just playing extremely well, and
makes
the Indians happen. Yeah, he does, and the Indians is going to have to do something to stop that.
You trying to open up the window up here, Rich?
Yeah, it looks like you get a little cool
leave
breeze.
that window alone.
No, actually, I see one of these hot dog guys down there. Suddenly, Sproles, he looks pretty good right now.
And a missed kick, and Olathe North will cover it up near the 37-yard line. Boy, it looked like he just shanked that one like a golf shot, and just a bad shot there. Olathe North will get it to 37. Maybe he was trying to kick it away from those guys, just missed the football. Let's take a look here at Miles Pitts.
Well, let's watch the way the ball is set up. If it's set up straight up, then it was intentional. But if it's set straight down, if it's laying down a little bit, looked like he had his eye on the ball, and
no, I think
that's
it was.
A whiff.
Is that a whiff? Or do you
like
think
a whiff.
that was...
Well, whatever it is, there goes
Sproles on first down across the midfield stripe. Sproles down the sidelines, pushed out of play inside the 20-yard line. Well, make it the 20-yard line. Darren Sproles gets the second half off to an electrifying start as he goes for a big gain.
But you talk about this young guy, and the one thing that they like about him going to K-State, here we take a look here from the backfield right here, is watch his acceleration through the hole, folks. He's gone, and that's what he's got. He's got that burst. He knows how to get to the open field, and this is the reason why he's been so successful. Has run for God knows how many thousands of yards out there, but he's done a great job here getting to the open field again. Good block up front by our famous guy, Royal Whitaker.
Well, Sproles has run for over 5,000 in his career. He's got more room down the sidelines. And he's out at the 2-yard line. So Darren Sproles with huge plays. That run 18 yards. Prior to that, he went 48.
Look at number 35, Royal Whitaker. He's leading the Sproles. But watch him. He's actually looking for someone to hit. Look at Roy. He's coming around the side. There's no one. There's no one. There's no one. Then he finds somebody his own man was hitting, and he can see Sproles. Good vision. Cuts inside, bounces outside, but steps out on the 1-yard line.
So it'll be first and goal now for the Eagles, up 21-7 as they work out of the I formation. Darren Sproles fighting into the end zone, touchdown! His 4th touchdown of the ball game, and it's 27-7. So Olathe North coming out of the locker room after Rich says a fire and brimstone speech. They look inspired.
Yes, I think that the fires are cooking right now. You see the offensive line, great surge up front there again. Behind number 72, Josh Cahill. We do a good job here, but you like this guy right here. So look at the way that this guy gets into the end zone, Theodis. Once he gets going north and south, there is no stopping him.
Well, it took him all of 23 seconds to score here in the third quarter. Scalata with the extra point, and he got it 28-7. Olathe North on top. 11:37 to play in your third quarter. Big runs by Darren Sproles, and now he has 48 touchdowns on the season.
Well, again, you credit that offensive line. Just a big run. They start off in a half with the first 3 carries. They give it to Darren Sproles, their bread and butter of that offense. And the blocking by Royal Whitaker and some of the guys up front. Rich, you like that big offensive line.
Yep.
You like those big guys. Look at the whole group right there. Look, you like that. I mean, they all hang around each other.
Yep.
And
here's a guy who just we'll take a look at the run again here. Watch how he gets going. But what you got to like about this guy is how he gets going north and south. Theotis, and and his burst. And that's the one thing you want to see in the kids when a running back come in. Does he have the ability to make it into that next gear? Is he one of those guys that a loper, or is he a guy who can accelerate? This is the guy who takes one step, plants that one step, and he's gone upfield. That's the reason why he's going to be successful. He's going to help out K-State a whole lot.
Oh, he certainly will. But then the unselfishness of his teammates, the downfield blocking by the receivers, the fullback, and the offensive line. So credit that whole offensive team for doing an excellent job of blocking.
Kicking off will be Jesse Galata for Olathe North, Dan Shirley and Wendell Parrish deep for the Indians. Dan Shirley will get it as a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Manhattan. 3-play drive, 63 yards for Olathe North. Took about 23 seconds off the clock, and Darren Sproles into the end zone for the 4th time as Mark Irwin back out for Manhattan High.
Yeah, they made it look easy, didn't they?
Oh, they do a good job up front there. I'll tell you, both those guards up there, Josh Carroll and Levi Milne, on defense, they do a great job. On the offensive side of the ball, they get people moved back.
Parrish and Clark in the backfield. This will be Wendell Parrish. Maybe one on the play as Jesse Galata there to fill from the secondary for Olathe North.
And also, to the defensive end there, Josh Carroll. I just talked about him as playing offensive guard here. Defensive end does a good job getting good penetration up front there, helping to turn that play back inside.
The adjustment now Olathe North is doing, now they're bringing 9 men in the box. They are daring the Manhattan Indians to throw the football. Look, they got 9 people in the box.
2nd down and 9 now for the Indians. Quarterback optioning, turns it up, maybe 2 yards on the play before the Eagles drag him down there.
Very hard, like you said, Theodos, with the safeties up so tight like that, it's almost like 11 men in the box there. You're just not going to get outside on your option. You don't have the ability to really get anybody cut down. Take a look at the play here, but you see all the men here. Plus, you can't even get your safeties. You see your one safety right there, another one right behind there. But a good job here by Olathe North, stretching it out here, spinning off the block. Good job by Thompson, taking on the fullback there, making a play. That's what he's been doing all day.
So it's going to be now 3rd down and 8 yards to go. And a running play, and it's 1st down run as they gave it to Dan Malga, one of their wide receivers, taking the football, and he's got a 1st down, move the chains for the Indians.
Watch the blocking by the Indians, especially by number 88, the tight end. Watch the blocking. Now look, he gets the linebacker off the ball, stays with him, stays with him, stays with him. The back cuts up inside that block. That's a good run. And what's been successful for the Indians is the misdirection type plays.
1st and 10 now. And they give it on a dive play, and Wendell Parrish for about 3 or 4 on 1st down. Nice play by Wendell Parrish, the leading rusher for the Indians.
Yeah, the Olathe North, we talk about that penetrating defense. They get up the field. Manhattan doing a good job there, letting these people over pursue, getting backside with some of the quick hitting running plays. Misdirection helping them a whole lot right now.
2nd down and 6, ball at the 36-yard line in the Indian zone here. Malga in motion. Parrish gets it, makes a man miss, and then gets drilled by Royal Whitaker at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, and let's call it about 5 yards to go.
Rich, look at that! Look at that defensive line. You gotta like that. You gotta like this gentleman right there, and Whitaker, and he calls the shots on defense. And boy, on offense, he's certainly calling shots, and especially opening up holes for Sproles. But you talk so much about this Olathe offense, but their defense is so solid. They are very stingy defense.
3rd down and 5 now. Irwin, play action. Now will tuck and run, and going down for a yard gain as Royal Whitaker blew up the play one more time.
Yeah, he did a good job there. Irwin tried to go on the quarterback fake there and everything, but they're in that double tight end situation. I think they're going to have to look to spread it out a little bit. We take a look at Whitaker here in the isolation here, and you talk about a guy who likes to pop right here. Let's watch this guy, Theotis. Watch him get over the top, reach the quarterback all the way, stay square to the line. But you know what you got to like about this guy, Theotis? When it's hit, he accelerates through the man. You can almost feel the bones crushing as he hits them. That's the reason why he's successful on both offense and the defensive side of the ball.
Bones crushing.
Miles Pitts with the punt. Fair catch called for and taken on a dive by John Lamb at the 31-yard line. 8:12 to play here in your third quarter. Olathe North with a score in the second half, now leading 28-7 over Manhattan in the 6A title game. Olathe North leading Manhattan as Miles Pitts he get an Academy Award here with this acting job here.
Let's see. Gets the punt up. He looks into the sun. Yeah. Well, they're really right. That's pretty bad. Those punters, they like to hit you when your head is turned, but they'll fall when you fall in front of them.
Olathe North has run a play. Went for 4 yards. It's second down and 6 after the timeout. Darren Sproles cut down by Brandon Converse at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3 yards shy of the first down. It'll be third down and 3 now for the Eagles.
Good job there by Darren Sproles, making a nice little cut inside his offensive lineman, pulling and trapping, making up a nice gain. Good vision on the field, Theodis. Yeah, it's great vision, great balance. As he said, he's never out of place. His whole body, everything, he has good balance, everything stays on his feet. He can make those cuts.
Third down and 3 now for the Eagles. Stretch play, Sproles, first down and a little bit more. Across the midfield stripe, down to the 46-yard line goes Darren Sproles.
Yeah, and I just talked about their offensive lineman up front, number 61. I'm going to highlight him. And you're going to see number 61 pull out here. This guy right here, Levi Milne, doing a great job here. We're going to take a look at him. He's going to pull out number 66, doing a good job there on your boy Butler. But here, you missed it right there, folks. That number 61, Levi Milne, pulls, kicks out. And our boy Darren Sproles is through the hole. Here, we take a look at it right here. You see him kicking out right there. Boom, good block. There he goes, folks. And there's Mr. Sproles. That's all he needs. He just needs a crack, and he's gone.
16 yards on the game, first and 10. Sproles cutting it back and take it down near the 42-yard line. Michael Jevons with the ankle stop on Darren Sproles, who once again going to go to Kansas State University as he's orally committed. He said it was between Iowa and Kansas State. He said K-State was much closer. I want my family there to watch me.
Yeah, I mean, that tells you a lot about these young men. He's family-oriented, and these families here, of course, we talked about at the beginning of the show, Rich, that we saw his mom and dad on the elevator, and he's built just exactly like his dad. I mean, he's low, squatty, and just strong. 201 yards on 23 touches. Huh.
On the option play, the fullback takes it. Royal Whitaker pounds his way inside the 30, down near the 26-yard line.
I've got Theodis wrestling me up here. You got to love this guy, man.
Royal Whitaker. I like this gentleman. I like this guy right here. He's not selfish. He does the little things. You need a little power back. Watch it right here. This is just a straight ISO hand, straight handoff to the fullback. Breaks the line of scrimmage, but gets in the secondary, lowers his shoulder, and he's just knocking people over. You like that guy.
Oh, you got to have a guy like that in your backfield running for you.
Goes for 14 yards, and now the ball is fumbled on the option. Looks like Brian McCall has covered it back up near the line of scrimmage.
You know, in that last play there, before the fumble here, Theodis, and not taking anything away from the run by Whitaker, the quarterback there, Brian McCall, an excellent job on the mesh, on the option, but after he handed the ball off, he continued down the line, holding the ball. You saw some of the defense people still following him there. It allowed Whitaker to get through the hole. Good job there on carrying out the play action fake.
Second down and 10 now from the 26, and this will be blown dead.
That'll probably be the only way you can stop Sproles. Just stop the
encroachment
play.
on the defense here on Manhattan, as Bill Fenton is your referee. Coach Butch Albright in his third year, but been with this program since 1975 as the defensive coordinator.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5 yards, still second down.
And what a nice gentleman he is. I mean, it was tough enough at the beginning of the year, losing 2 out of your first 3 ball games, really getting your team back into it again, into the playoff picture, beat some tough football teams, Junction City, and some of the other teams to get into the finals this afternoon.
Second down and 5. Quick pass to the flat. It's caught by Jesse Galata. Close to a first down as flags pitched in late as he's down near the 17-yard line.
And that's a great call there by Olathe North, because you saw Manhattan. They had 8 men up in the box there. He just made a simple pass out to Galata there. The safety's off on the ball. Nice gain. We'll see what happens here on the penalty, though.
That's running through the air. They get that ISO out there, and they have that the receiver out there by himself and running through the air. Just a quick hitch, and want the receiver make one guy miss and try to get a big gain out of it.
Discussion on the field. Now we'll hear from Bill Fenton.
Holding after the pass was complete during the run, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat the down.
Take a look at it here, Theodis. You see the nice pass on Galata, and it looks like the holding was right downfield here on number 2. John Lamb there made the hold and takes back a good play. But I'll tell you what, Olathe North, the way that they've been moving, even they get penalties, turnovers, they just seem to keep going on down the field.
Darren Sproles over 8 yards per carry in the ball game, 4 touchdowns as Brian McCall. Going to face now second down and 10 as they move the ball back to the 27-yard line. Wing back around. Maurice Mack trying to turn the corner. And he'll go out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
And that just showed you the ability of another guy coming in. Here's a junior, Maurice Mack, who's going to step in next year as a star. We take a look at the highlight here, see him coming at us and everything. But watch the move he makes right here, Theodis. Coming around there, making a defensive lineman miss. Stowe right there, gets to the outside, shows you the speed, just like Sproles. They're not going to lose a beat when he goes into the backfield as a starter next year.
No, and he's a track guy. This guy can flat out run also. He's big, 6 feet, 195 pounds, has tremendous speed. Of course, the average today, not bad, 7.5. And just got a lot of versatility in that backfield.
They ask him, Darren's going to have, Maurice is going to have to fill Darren's shoes, and those are some huge shoes to fill. They ask him, well, everybody's going to expect you to get 2,000 like Darren. He said, hey, nobody can do that, I'll tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got some speed back there, and just like Darren Sproles, he's got the ability to make people miss. And the other thing he's got that burst. He can put it in the second gear and take off.
It's going to be now third down and 3 from just inside the 20-yard line. There's Sproles. There's the burst. Bursting to the outside, inside the 10, down near the 9. It'll be first and goal for Olathe North.
What nice vision, nice running. This is a nice piece of work by Sproles. Hits it up in the line of scrimmage, gets good blocking up front, initial contact, off tackle play, bounces to the outside, has the good vision, and the receiver is making a good move. Watch him right there. Hits it inside, gets a good block runs through the arm tackle. Look at that little move right there. That move right there is that's the sign of a good back when he has a good vision and good feet.
It's first and goal now from the 8-yard line. On the option, the quarterback, Brian McCall, he'll streak it into the end zone. Touchdown, Olathe North.
I'll tell you what, Brian McCall, he makes that look easy, but when you got that guy up front, Whitaker, you've seen the whole team there, man, just jump on Whitaker there. Brian McCall easily took the ball away, but he does an excellent job, Theodis, of carrying out those fakes. Good job there. You saw the whole defense go to Whitaker. He took the ball out, took it around the outside there for the easy touchdown.
And Coach Albright is going, what happened?
The floodgates are beginning to open.
McCall, now the holder for Galata. Extra point is good. 35-7. Olathe North on top. We got flags on the play. So hold the phone as far as we take a look at the touchdown run by McCall.
And an excellent job. You couldn't see there. Good job by McCall getting to the outside, showing his burst and everything. But before that, Theodis, you would see the handoff here. Here we take a look at him again. Good job by McCall getting to the outside.
On the kick.
Good job there and run, but you could see in the beginning part of it, I hope we couldn't see it in the highlight there, but if you could see a good job there in the meshing with the Whitaker.
Well,
by rule, back on the kickoff, 15 yards.
Personal foul on the extra point, and they're going to tack it on the kickoff. But as you mentioned, the thing that sets up that play is the running play of Whitaker. You know, hitting it in there hard. They've been able to have some success running off tackle. So now they sell the inside run. Quarterback keeps it, gets it outside, and just walks into the end zone. Sucks the defense in.
Yeah, we take a look at it here. Maybe we're going to take a look at the highlight here. You're going to take a look at it here. Now watch Whitaker. You see how he rides the mesh? You see the defensive tackle there jump to take him there? Good job by McCall there to read that as the defensive tackle on the defensive end took the dive, man. It automatically opened up the outside. He rode it well, got outside McCall for an easy touchdown.
Scoring drive, 9 plays, 69 yards, 4:42 off the clock, and McCall with the touchdown run of 8 yards.
Took him
now 35-7.
Took him that long?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh.
First drive of the second half, under a minute to score, but Coach Weir's team took a little time off the clock, 4:42 to put that one in. As Coach Weir got to be feeling a lot better about the second half. His team made some miscues in the first half and kind of let Manhattan back in it, but a couple of good drives and a couple of scores here as got Olathe North in front here now 35-7, and then Manhattan is charged with a personal foul penalty after the field goal was made by Olathe. The extra point went through and then the flag came out, so they'll kick off from inside the 50 at the 45, so this will be a touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 now for the Indians, down now 35-7.
You know, Theodis, on that, the reason why Olathe North now you can run the option. The first key you got to be able to stop when you're running the option on defense is you cannot allow your dive back to continue to get great penetration, good running yards between the guards. They've been successful all first half with it. It automatically is going to open up your option play. Easy run outside by McCall that time.
1st and 10 from the 20 now for Mark Irwin. Parrish and Romar Clark in the backfield. This will be the big fullback, the little dive play up the middle. And Olathe North there to clog it up for a short pickup. 2nd down and 8.
Well, it seems to me that the Indians are going to have to open up their playbook, open up their offense, because they cannot live on that straight dive play getting 1 and 2 yards. They're down, you know, as we said, 35-7. They're going to have to do something else, misdirection, some type of trickery to get downfield to threaten the secondary.
I think they call that passing the ball down the field.
Oh,
passing the ball.
2nd down and 8. Quarterback looking to throw, fires, finds his tight end. Aslan dragging tacklers across the 30 to the 31. It is a 1st down pickup for Manhattan High.
Well, they heard us.
They heard us.
They heard us. Throw the football.
They're going to need to. When you're down 35-7, take a look at it here at the others on the highlight.
Well, you can see the tight end right there. It's just he hits the man, he rides him, then he releases to the side. Just kind of a play action. You can see Irwin goes around, spins around, rolls to his left, throws, hits the tight end in the flat. That's a good safe play. Not a deep pass, but you know, at least it's a threat with the forward pass.
Irwin to throw on 1st down, gunning the middle, and the pass is caught across the 50 down to the 46-yard line. Brett Collins with a big catch for Manhattan.
And that's one they couldn't hook up on in the first half, but a good job there on the zone, finding the hole there. Brett Collins sitting down and Irwin making the connection this time. Take a look at it here. Irwin getting good time to throw the ball. Nice release. Takes a shot afterwards there, but way to stay in the pocket and complete the pass.
Yeah, good play. Solid play by their offense.
Clay Rhodes with the quarterback pressure on 1st and 10. And Irwin going to be thrown for a loss as shooting through and making the stop. Josh Carroll kind of blew up that play. Logan Bonney finished him off.
Yeah, and they've done a good job up front here. The whole inside there, too, in Rhodes and Carroll and Thompson. These guys up front play good, solid football. They don't get out of position. And you know what? They've got an attitude. They destroy the guy in front of them and make sure they can make the tackle every time.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11 now for the Indians of Manhattan, coming in with a record of 8-3. Fake the pitch. Now the quarterback going to try to tuck it and going down. And a loss back to the 48-yard line. Clay Rhodes there on top of the quarterback.
When you don't have a running game, play action ends up like disaster. Like this play, this still looks extremely ugly. Irwin had nowhere to go. But that's what happened when you don't have a running game. Those big defensive linemen and linebackers, Rich, they're not going to bite on that.
No, they're not. And it was also good coverage down the field in that too. And when there's nowhere at all for the quarterback to step up, the one thing that they do a good job up front there, and Levi Milne and Clay Rose, is they collapse that pocket. Quarterback can't step up, scramble away. Good sack on the play.
So it's now going to be 3rd down at 17 as they send the quarterback in motion, and they'll snap it back to the backup quarterback. Finds Mark Irwin, and Irwin streaks for the first down. Irwin inside the 20, down near the 12-yard line. A little trickery as Spencer Roberts came in at quarterback. Irwin went out and caught a pass and got a big first down for the Indians.
Sandlot football 101 at its best right there.
Yeah.
Down 35, you got to pull out all the stops right now. Good job there, Manhattan. Just on some trickery here. We see the players, you see the quarterback Irwin go outside here, and I'm not sure if their defense coverage knew who to get, but they're in a zone there, so it automatically opened up the underneath throw to him, coming back Irwin, and here he's off running like the wind.
It's the old slip screen. You know, they run him in motion, they hike it to the other guy who's lining up in tailback, and they come back with Irwin underneath the slip screen, positive yards. I like that play.
43 yards. Now they pitch it out. This is Wendell Parrish. Not much, and maybe lost some yardage there. And
I don't like that. No, I don't like that play. Here they get down the field with some trickery. And let's go back to the trick play. Here's what happens on that particular play. The quarterback, he leaves the center, and then what happens? Just the old, step and slip screen right there. You can see Irwin catches the ball over the middle, makes a good run, cuts inside, bounces back outside, and this is what this kid can do if he can ever do that, is get into the open field, and he makes a lot of good plays in the open field.
And that, and that worked well because when the defense, the Olathe North, is in what we call a cover 3, they're in a zone, so they're dropping off, so there's a natural gap underneath there. Throw the ball to.
Well, we've played 3 here at Lawrence's Memorial Stadium. Olathe North with a couple of scores, leading now 35-7 over Manhattan. We start play now in the 4th quarter, 35-7. Olathe North on top. It'll be 2nd down and 11 yards to go. Manhattan can actually get a first down inside the 1-yard line here as Irwin has split backs here. Optioning to the short side of the field. And he's going to be taken down near the 10-yard line. Get another shot in on him was Royal Whitaker. Now a flag thrown in late on the play.
I think we're going to have a holding there. Number 1 for Manhattan.
Royal Whitaker. Boy, it's been a fun guy to watch this afternoon. He's done a good job and shuffling to the hole, squaring up to the hole, making some good plays, stopping the runs before they get started. And there is a penalty on the field.
Against the offense, down counts, 3rd down. It will be 3rd down.
The ball moved to the 25-yard.
There you go.
The sideline was questioning him there.
Yeah, you can't question that guy. He said 3rd down. That's what he means.
So they move it back to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 24 yards to go. Lone setback is Parrish. 2 receivers set. Fire in the middle, looking for the tight end. It's going to be intercepted.
Royal Whitaker.
His 2nd interception of the ball game. Royal Whitaker having a huge day both offensively and defensively.
Hey, he's not going to be caught with a trickery again.
No.
That slip screen in the middle or the middle screen. Here, this is what you call stand at home. Watch linebacker number 35. You see the quarterback, Irwin, calling out the plays, and watch Whitaker stays at home. He's reading the play all the way. Bad pass, and be at the right place at the right. Be at the right place at the right time.
Well, it's a little difficult when you're getting sacked there right at the last second throwing the ball, but I think that 35 Royal Whitaker had a big bullseye on his chest there.
Passing on 1st down. Quick pass taken by Jesse Galata. 2 yards on the play. Michael Jevons with the tackle for Manhattan High.
And that was a good job there by Royal Whitaker. His responsibility on the middle screen is watching the quarterback there. Sat down in the middle, did his responsibility, got an easy interception.
Clock running here in the early stages of the fourth quarter. Olathe North looking to win their 4th state title in the last 5 years. And there's an official's timeout on the field here as somebody working on some equipment down at the field. Coach, or the referee, he's a talkative chap, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He wants to take control. This is his game, his time.
You okay?
And 3rd down.
He's got some of this stuff in his eye. 2nd down, I'll wind it.
He's got some astro play in his eye.
And that's that chopped up Bridgestone fire
There you go.
tires. Bridgestone tire fire, something, whatever it is. That's the stuff.
It's in his eye.
2nd down and long. Quarterback optioning, pitching it out to Sproles with plenty of running room. Down the sideline, Sproles runs out of play at the 37-yard line, but he has acquired another Eagles 1st down.
And you talk about running the option there, Theodis. You couldn't get it run any better. Take a look at it here.
Quarterback Brian McCall does a good job faking in the middle, holds the linebackers, and holds the ball until the last minute. And Sproles goes out there, gets to the outside, gets to the perimeter. Good downfield blocking once again by those receivers. And but Brian McCall is doing an excellent job in optioning this offense.
Coach Weir says he's the most underrated quarterback and maybe player in the Sunflower Conference. Brian McCall giving off to Darren Sproles. Sproles breaking free. Sproles down the field.
Making people miss. Making people
23.
He's something else. I'll tell you what, he took a run there that was going strong side, decided to take jump back side, and he made something out of nothing here. Take a look at it here from the pit level, Theodis. Watch him here. He stopped front side. No, he's going to take it all the way backside, and he shows you that speed, how he can get downfield and everything. That's the reason why this guy has over 2,000 yards rushing.
And I like about this, he hits it inside, but he has good vision, bounces to the outside, good cutback, breaks it all the way to the right, foot speed all the way down to the field. Darren Sproles, wow, 267 yards today and 4 TDs.
On 1st and 10. Quarterback keeping on the option. McCall down near the 20-yard line before he's taken down by the one-armed bandit, they call him, Matt Butler, the linebacker for Manhattan.
And you know what you like about this guy when he runs the option? He stays right along that line of scrimmage, doesn't get back too far, so it messes up the mesh between him and his fullback. He stays right along the offensive line. That why you don't get that. When you hit that space between the mesh, sometimes it causes the pitch or the play not to run well. Here he does a good job.
Of course, Butler broke his arm twice this year and still playing with it. That's got to be rather painful as they go on a dive play to Royal Whitaker near a 1st down as he's down inside the 15 to the 14. Have you guys broken any bones playing some football and then gone out and had to play with it? This guy re-broke his arm in the district title game, set out a series, put more padding on it, went back out.
That tells you about a linebacker, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got a tough attitude
Long
here.
string of good Manhattan linebackers. Gary Spain, former Kansas City Chief inside linebacker. You know, this guy, 6'2", 210, had that size. Good bloodline. Dad played for K-State, running back.
1st and 10, up the middle. Darren Sproles with the stiff arm, still fighting. The guy grabbing him from behind is Alan Sheehan, holding on for dear life. And he'll take it near the 1st down stake. As Sproles just would not be denied here.
We talk about again is just his acceleration through the hole here. He makes that cut, he's through the hole. Look at the balance on him, Theodis. Even when he makes those cuts, he never gets out of position, man. He's got great balance. He got good stance here. Watch him right here. Follows his guard. Big Whitaker there. Good block there. Allows Sproles to get backside. Boom, nice run.
And you can't even jersey tackle him.
No. This guy just keeps going forward.
Sproles did get the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Eagles. Just inside the 2-yard line. Darren Sproles already.
Sweet move.
With 4 touchdowns on the ball game. 48 for the season. Sproles fighting into the end zone. Touchdown. Make it 49 on the season. And it is now a 41-7 Olathe North lead here.
And you talk about the leg strength right there, Theodis. Right through. Tough. This guy runs with an attitude here. Take a look at that. Great push up front by the offensive line here. You see the block in by Whitaker, defense end. But watch Sproles there. He was stopped, Theodis. He was stopped right there. And that was all desire to get that 1st down. Touchdown, excuse me.
the senior Darren Sproles. A huge final game as Jesse Galata had to go get the tee there. Ryan McCall will hold. And the extra point is good. 42-7. Darren Sproles with a huge ball game as it's now 42-7 Eagles on top. Darren Sproles with now 5 touchdowns in the ball game. Olathe North leading 42-7, under 9 minutes to play. Here in your 6A title game is Galata's kick taken by Shirley on the juggle inside the 9. Taken across the 25 up near the 26-yard line. And Olathe North trying to go with the perfect season. Last time they did that, 97. They also did it in 96 under Coach Weir. And this team is dominant really both sides of the ball. They do it well offensively as well as their defense.
Well, they've been doing it the whole year, Kevin, and this is a credit to their team. You can see Coach Weir and Darren Sproles. And Coach, right there, the jacket's off. So he's feeling really good right now, Rich. And, you know, credit to his coaching staff and the student body. This has been a tremendous season for this football team.
Back to pass is Irwin. He's going to tuck it and take off. Uses the stiff arm effectively and goes out near the 33-yard line. Let's go down to the field now with Chad Harberts.
Well, Kevin, I think the most amazing thing about Darren Sproles in a 5-touchdown game is most running backs on any level, high school, college, or pro, you would say a 5-touchdown game is an outstanding once-in-a-lifetime type game. For Darren Sproles, just another day in the park. He's had 5 touchdowns already twice this year in a game, including the season opener where he had 4 rushing TDs and a receiving TD against Shawnee Mission North. 5 TDs in one game. Nothing doing for Darren Sproles. He does that all the time.
Handoff to Wendell Parrish. Close to the first down at the 35-yard line. Of course, Darren Sproles' best game, 318 yards. That was the first game of his junior year against Lawrence Free State. And he's closing in on those numbers in this ball game.
He's not taking anything away from Darren Sproles, but the supporting cast he has around him here. McCall, quarterback, a guy at fullback named Whitaker that does a pretty good job blocking up front for him. So that's the reason why he's being successful. And as long as you got a supporting cast like that, you're always going to have running backs going to be very well in the backfield.
On third down, it's short, little quarterback dive. And the first down has been acquired by Manhattan.
Well, going into this ball game, as we talked about, gentlemen, Manhattan again struggled at the beginning of the season, and they got themselves together to get back into the playoff picture. The coach Albright felt like, you know, he had some injuries for some of his key players, but really, you know, credit that football team for really staying after it, you know, coming up into this game, you know, 8-3, and really facing a tough football team in Olathe North, and they weren't going to be denied this afternoon, gentlemen.
First and 10 now. Quarterback draw by Mark Irwin. Not much there. As shooting in and taking his legs out for Olathe North was Adam Venegas.
I think we have a penalty on the play here. You know, in Olathe North, the one thing about them too here, we listened to the call, but you know, in the second quarter here, they had a couple turnovers. You thought the momentum was starting to shift to Manhattan. What did they do? They came out in the second half. They just went right down the field with what they do well, smash mouth football. They took control of this game, and the reason why they're on top 42-7 right now.
Penalty on Manhattan here.
Well, it started off bad just with the opening kickoff in the second half with a bad kick and like a whiff, like they hooked the 9 iron.
Face mask, offense, it's refused, second down.
Face mask on the offense. You don't usually see that. You see guys using the face mask to tackle guys on the defensive side.
Every once in a while, those guys get those big meat hooks, you know, kind of engage with that offensive mass, Rich, and they can't call that.
Second down and 8. They refused the penalty here. Play action fake by Irwin. Gunning, finding his tight end. Aslan, first down across the midfield stripe and tripped up at the 43-yard line. So a good play to the tight end for Manhattan High.
Yeah, good job here, tight end. I wish that Manhattan would have done this a little earlier and trying to open it up a little bit here, but of course underneath. But here we see Irwin, good job on the play action fake. He's going to find his tight end, number 88, coming across the middle. And again, you know what you got to like about this kid Irwin? He stands in the pocket, he takes hits, but he makes his throws. Not scared to take a hit.
Back to throw on first down. Once again, Aslan the tight end. again makes the catch. Mowed down by the free safety John Lamb, but appears to have another first down for the Indians.
They've had some success throwing against this defense, and of course Olathe North is having that prevent defense, and they're going down the field making some good connections, good play selection by Manhattan.
Irwin hit as he throws, and the pass going to be intercepted by Olathe North. And coming up with the interception was Jim Bergant, the senior.
As I said, he stands in the pocket here. The hit came a little too soon, a little difficult. He kind of floated a duck in the air. Take a look.
Yeah, whacked.
He took a shot right here. See Irwin here in the pocket here. He's setting up in the pocket. Here you see a good rush there by number 80 Thompson. Powell drives him. It's kind of hard to make that pass to your tight end right here. Oh, good play there. Good interception.
Well, he couldn't step up, and he couldn't step up and didn't have much on the ball, and so that's why the ball ended up short, and that's why it ended up being intercepted.
Yeah, Jim Bergant, he made a good play there on it and everything, but as I said, the ball was floating up there. Easy to come down with.
John Lamb, the new quarterback, will keep on the quarterback option, going for short yardage, and new players in the backfield. John Lamb, the free safety for most of this game, in as the backup quarterback. Also Jim Bergant in the ball game as a fullback. And now Maurice Mack, the future guy at tailback, will take over at the I-back slot as new jerseys coming in left and right for Olathe North, leading 42-7 with under 6 to play.
Olathe North's backfield, this is, as you said, Kevin, this is the future. You got Lamb in the backfield along with Mack. This is going to be Olathe North backfield next year.
Toss sweep to Maurice Mack, trying to turn the corner and in trouble. Disbro with the stop along with Ben Coleman for Manhattan High.
Good job there by Manhattan coming up, stopping the run. But you can watch this guy Mack, the same thing. He has the ability to make some people miss. He's got great vision, great balance here. He's going to step in. I know he'll be successful next year as a starting tailback.
He averaged over 9.5 yards a carry. No, not bad. Almost 700 yards. He's done a good job.
It's going to be 3rd down and long here. Officials timeout on the field.
Big offensive linemen adjusting their helmets and chin straps.
They got that stuff from the field. I told you that it's that chopped up tire comes up and everything. That's got to be a little annoying after a while.
Maurice Mack gets the carry and going nowhere as blue jerseys all over the junior Maurice Mack as Latimer and Stowe make the stop.
Didn't really have an opportunity to run that because he got stopped before he got started.
Stowe almost took the handoff here in the back.
Yeah, watch Mack right there, gets into the hole, and penetration. Boy, there's nothing but blue jerseys there.
That's a sea of blue. I guess if that's where you're going to stop him, get him at the handoff. Just take the handoff and go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Matt Riggs also involved in the stop. Maurice Mack, a couple of 100-yard rushing ball games, but as Theodis mentioned, that yards per carry impressive at 9.5. And he's the leading receiver on the team with 15 catches this year. Punting time now for Galata, taking the high snap. Parrish going to let this one hit. Goes out of play at the 41-yard line of Manhattan. So we'll have it right there. 4:12 to play in your ball game. Olathe North going to win their 4th state title in the last 5 years. As the punt going 37 yards, no return, and the Manhattan offense back out on the field.
Certainly, Olathe North is, they have raised the bar, and this program has been outstanding. This is just a dominant football team over the past decade. Gene Weir, once again, congratulate him and his coaching staff, just putting together an outstanding football team. Not just this year, gentlemen, but in years past.
New quarterback Spencer Roberts firing, and the pass caught by Travis Chard at the 35-yard line. A first down pickup. As nice pass. Spencer Roberts started out as the starting quarterback, but then lost his job to Irwin.
Yeah, good job there staying in the pocket, finding his receiver downfield, but in a prevent defense. There's going to be natural holes there for the receivers to sit down in, get downfield, hope maybe get a touchdown out of this.
24 yards on the pickup. Roberts, 5-step drop. Chard with another catch. as he's pushed out of play at the 28-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Good smart play by Roberts and getting his team up to the line of scrimmage huddle. They're going with a no-huddle offense.
Spencer Roberts firing the middle. The tight end is knocked off his feet as John Lamb came up from his free safety slot and gave him his calling card. Pass goes incomplete.
Here, you take a look at Adam Aslan here, the tight end. I mean, I'll tell you what, he is looking for any aspirin, pain reliever right now. Watch this coming across the middle. Boom. Headache. Teeth,
when you come across the middle there, you got to settle in. You got to stop. You can't keep drifting into the defender's area, because that's what happens when you keep drifting.
3rd down and 3 now. Roberts setting up the screen, little slip screen. This is Malga, tripped up from behind, but has acquired the 1st down as we go down on the field now to Chad Harberts.
Evan Adam Anslin came up limping after the last series. The 2 plays before the interception, he was leveled right below the knees by Bergant and also by Galata on back-to-back plays. And a big, tall tight end like that, you get hit low, it's a long fall to the ground.
Yes, it is. 1st and 10 from the 22. Roberts passing, and it's going to be intercepted by Olathe North at the 20-yard line. A juggling catch taken in by Matt Wiggin.
Good job there by Matt Wiggin, sitting outside there. When you see in the pass, it was a simple out move there. Take a look at it, Theotis. See the little move here, and see Roberts sitting here, follows his receiver all the way here, but you see Wiggins jump inside there. That's the help you have on the zone there. Gets a nice interception.
That's some good play by Wiggins, just staying at home and really covering his zone. They're in zone defense. They cover the receiver underneath and over the top.
Being congratulated by Coach Weir. Wiggin, a guy that just does all the little things, doesn't get to play much, a senior that just practices his butt off and plays special teams, and making a big play as they pitch it out, and Maurice Mack in space. Now Mack cutting it back. Mack down near the 41-yard line in Manhattan territory.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to miss any Olathe North games next year. I want to see this guy. Watch this guy, Mack, run here, take the pitch here.
There's no one there. Where is the blue jersey? He makes a cut here, cuts back in the middle. I tell you what, Mack is exciting also. He's had a good, solid season this year, too. Watch the hole, the pitch play. They bite on the inside. They're daring Olathe to throw the football. There's no one outside. Cuts back into the middle. Gets upfield, positive yards. Takes a nice shot there. But again, this guy will be excited to watch next year.
1st and 10. Mack for short yardage to the 40-yard line.
Mack carries to the 40.
Mo Mack.
You like that job there by Mack. Right as he made his cut there, Theotis, put the ball on the other side and the other arm there to protect the football in case people coming across. He doesn't give up the fumble. But you like about these guys is when we watch him and Sproles is they got that acceleration. And, that's the difference in backs. Can they make people miss, and can they turn into the next gear? They can. When he gets in the open field, he's gone.
Second down and 9 now for the Eagles, as they'll give it to the fullback, and the fullback close to the 1st down, Chris Armstrong, the senior in there. A nice carry.
You can see a senior gets an opportunity to get into the championship flavor. You look at this season for Olathe North. They start off, as you mentioned, beating Shawnee Mission North and coming back and beating Shawnee Mission East in that tough ball game against Lee Summit North, where they gave up 10 points. But then staying with it, and then the dominance in the Sunflower League has just been spectacular watching this football team. But again, you credit Coach Weir and his staff for really getting his team ready for this afternoon's football game.
Well, they're not going to lose too much. Their sophomores were 9-0 this year as they beat Olathe South recently. So this team will get some more guys coming up. They got Alan Sturr coming up. As you take a look at just how dominant this team has been this year.
Lots of points. They score a lot. Average per rush. Unbelievable.
That's a lot of yards. That's a lot of yards. Look at that average yard per rush.
But only 2 INTs. So they're very efficient when they do throw the football.
How about
teams focus on Sproul. and the quarterback, McCall, does a good job, running that offense, and they're just an exciting team and just dominant.
Second down and 9. Mack leaping over the pile and plunges ahead near the 22-yard line. Today's player of the game brought to you by your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance agents. Guys, any thoughts on who it should be?
I'll tell you what, that's difficult.
I'll tell you what. Well, this young man, Darren Sproles, I mean, he's just been not just today's game, but all year long. When you rush for over 2,200 yards in a season, I'll tell you what, and how exciting, how fitting, and what a picture-perfect conclusion to a wonderful career for this young man. And I'm looking forward to seeing him line up next year with the Cats. As you can see, he's taking a kind of a lap, the victory lap for his football team.
Clock winding out here. Gene Ware going to win his 4th state title in the last 5 years as he'll end the season perfect at 12-0. Time now for our BrandSmart play of the game. Watch football all fall from the best seats in the house on a big screen from BrandSmart. Darren Sproles.
This guy right here, we've been talking about him all day, folks. Here he takes the handoff inside, outside, power, balance, whatever you want. This guy's going to make it happen. He's Mr. Excitement. He's going to have a great career at K-State starting next year.
Final score 42-7. Olathe North wins it here in Lawrence, and Coach Weir, a happy gentleman as he collects his 4th state trophy as champions of 6A. We'll be back with your trophy presentation here from Lawrence. Final score 42-7. Olathe North wins it. Big celebration on the Olathe North side as their Eagles win their 4th state title in the last 5 years, winning 42-7 as Coach Weir and his Eagles very impressive today, guys.
Yeah, they were. They did a great job. And, the one thing I like about them is the way they came out in the second half. And they've taken the art of smash mouth football to the highest form possible, Theotis. Whether it's inside or outside, they're going to confuse you in so many different ways. But the bottom line is they knock people off the football. They play the game with an attitude. They don't get out of position. Well-coached team. That's the reason why they've been so successful.
And they've done it in the 90s. They've just been dominating. And congratulations to Coach Weir and their football coaching staff.
More post-game comes your way. Olathe North, 6A champions for 2000. 42-7 your final. Olathe North raises their 4th state crown as they win it 42-7 here in Lawrence over the Manhattan Indians. And the high school game of the week here on Metro Sports been brought to you by Hy-Vee, your Kansas City Metro Farmers Insurance agents, AMC Theaters, Culligan Water for Life, and UnderTheScope.com. Realize the dream. State champions for 2000, the Olathe North Eagles. Last year, a team that didn't make the state playoffs, and it was a team really all season long. As you see Logan Bonney with the trophy that says we lost some respect last year. We lost some in our community when we lost to Olathe South. We wanted to get it back from our community. They did that. They beat Olathe South in the district title game, and they beat them bad, 49-20. Keep in mind, South had some injuries in that ball game, but they handled them soundly, and they said we want to get the respect back of the entire state. And they were able to do that today as they really put it on Manhattan. Manhattan kind of fought back, got in the ball game. As you see the seniors passing around the trophy there. Jim Bergant now with the state crown in his hands. They let kind of Manhattan get back in the ball game with some mistakes, but the second half you guys mentioned, it was all business. Darren Sproles, just right down the field, quick drives and put this game away.
I'll tell you what, I think these people out in western Kansas need to get on their wagon train and come into town and see what it means to play smash mouth football. You know what you like about this team, Olathe North, though, Theodore? Few mistakes there. They have fumbles and everything. It was kind of unusual for them there, but you see Coach Weir took control of the situation. His guys came out, but overall, all, what I like about this team is the intensity they play for a high school team. Yeah. These guys play every play hard. They hustle to the ball, and you don't usually see it in high school. That's the reason why they're successful. When you have an attitude like that on the field, you're always going to come on top.
And again, credit that the program. They've done a good job. Weir's done a good job with this program. But let's don't forget, let's talk about that real quick Manhattan team. Coach Albright's done a good job, but this guy's done an outstanding job, and that's running back Darren Sproles.
Let's go to Chad Alberts on the field with the superstar Darren Sproles.
Thank you, Kevin. Darren Sproles, an outstanding game. Talk about the 5 touchdown runs.
I think there was holes there. There were huge holes. Then it was wide open for me, and I was just running.
What was the halftime speech like? Because you came out the first play of the second half and had that huge run.
Just to play hard again.
How's this finishing up your career this way with another 6A title, you having a huge game? Talk about your senior season and what this means to you to wrap it up with a state championship.
It feels great. It feels great.
Are you ready for K-State next year now?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. Good job today, Darren. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right. Thanks, Chad Harberts. Final score, 42-7. Olathe North winning a 4th state title in the last 5 years. Darren Sproles, a huge game, 5 touchdowns as he caps an excellent career as Olathe North's all-time leading rusher with over 5,000 yards. Hope to talk with Coach Weir before we leave the airwaves here. Theotis, Darren Sproles is something special.
He's something. He's very special. I not only have watched him mature last year and the year, but his first carry as a sophomore goes for a touchdown, and just a fabulous career. And you like that out of this young man. And this just tips off, going 12-0, going undefeated. Your senior year, you would always remember that. I remember my high school senior year. We went undefeated. It was fun. You always remember games like today, Rich.
Oh, you do. And I remember when I was a senior. That seems like a few years ago now.
It was a few years ago
now. But I remember the last game we played, and we played a high school called Uniondale High School. And they were one of the toughest teams on the island. We ended up beating them, and they were the state champion the year before, and it was probably one of the biggest games, and I'll never forget it. But you love to see this down here. This is the type of things you remember for the rest of your life and everything. Olathe North, been successful. You got to take your hat off to them, continue to do what they have in the last couple of years and winning so many state championships.
Yeah, and high school football has been exciting this year. What playoff games we've seen, guys. Kevin, you've called. You and Eric Hicks and all the guys from the Kansas City Chiefs just done an excellent job in covering high school football, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was a great game today, and the young kid Darren Sproles, the one thing you got to talk about, besides his athletic ability on the field, the reason why he's so successful is what he does off the field. This kid works hard, he's in the weight room, he's strong and everything, and that's the reason why he's going to be successful next year out in K-State.
He's a very good student, a 3.5 GPA. He's a very quiet kid. You're not going to get too many words out of him, but he is a great kid all around, one of the nicest guys and most humble superstars you will ever meet. And now let's go back on the field with Chad Harberts. He's got one of the guys you like today, Royal Whitaker.
Thank you, Kevin. Roy Whitaker, the guys upstairs been calling your name all day long, offense and defense. Talk about this game. How's it feel to wrap up the 6A state title?
It feels great. The coaches told us that it was going to be a tough ball game, and they didn't think we were very tough. So all practice, we've been just playing hard, hitting hard, and we came out here, and that's what we did today. So.
You have to play the tough guy role in the offense, blocking most of the time for Sproles. Talk about setting him up for some of these long runs.
Well, as long as I do my job, I think we can bust him open. So I just go through and make a good hit on either the tackle or the linebacker, whoever it may be, and see if Darren can pull off a big run. So
the interception in the second half, shutting down any last hopes they had for maybe coming back in this game. Defensively, how did you feel you played?
I think I played pretty good. I did my role on defense, and everyone else did their role. So all together combined, we did a pretty good job to seal it up. So.
All right, Royal Whitaker had a huge game offensively and defensively for Olathe North this afternoon.
All right, thanks, Chad. Our final score, Olathe North winning their 4th state title in the last 5 years as they end the season a perfect 12-0, the 3rd time they've done that. 96 and 97, also state championships for the Olathe North Eagles. Congratulations to them. Manhattan will cap a 8-4 season as we take a look at Darren Sproles, who had a huge game, 5 5 touchdowns, nearly 300 yards rushing, as the Eagles had some mistakes, but they overcame it. Strong second half win it 42-7. For Theodis Brown, Rich Baldinger, and Chad Harvard's Kevin White saying good afternoon from Lawrence's Memorial Stadium, where the Olathe North Eagles are champions of 2000.
Oh, they've been fired up before, but come Saturday morning in Lawrence, the Eagles of Olathe North will be flying as high as ever.
Well, we're going to have to play hard and not make any mistakes on defense or offense. They're a real good team. They got some good players and linebackers, and we're going to have to play good at every facet of the game.
It's going to be a great game. They're very, very physical, very big, fast. Really a strong defensive football team. I'll look for a low score.
North gearing up for Kansas 6A title number 4 in the last 5 years. They'll have to get by a tough 8-3 Manhattan High team, a team that could present a few problems to an offense centered around number 43, Darren Sproles, and his talent of getting outside.
Exactly, and bothers us a little bit because of that. They can haul us down. We've been accustomed to breaking some long runs. Don't know if we'll be able to do that here. They're much bigger up front than we are. We'll have to see.
But when you're undefeated Olathe North, it's all about attitude.
Absolutely. We go thinking we're going to win.
We've seen what the other guys have done before us in '98, and we know how to win, so we're going to try to do our best on Saturday.
Ann Carroll, Fox 4 Sports.
We've got Big 12 football here on Fox 4 tomorrow. This Class 6A title game, 42-7 over Manhattan. Is Larry Smith gone at Missouri? We don't know yet.
Olathe North, the team to beat in 6A, going up against Manhattan. Doesn't matter who they're playing, the outcome is the same when this guy gets the ball. Darren Sproles will be wearing purple next year. 21 yards for the game's first touchdown. North out to a 7-0 start. Sproles took it in a second time. Now here comes a third. 4th and goal, takes the pitch, and he's in there. You see where this one's going. Olathe North has another great running back, and he also happens to take the snaps. Brian McCall on the option. Say hello to your new state champions, folks. The 4th trophy for Gene Weir and company. Congratulations, Eagles. 42-7, the final.
Were contested today at Memorial Stadium on the KU campus. Darren Sproles ran wild for Olathe North in the 6A title game. The Manhattan High Eagles could not stop this scat pack. Sproles ran for 3 early touchdowns, taking the Eagles to a 21-0 lead. It was 28-7 at the half, and all Olathe North in the second half. Sproles finished the game 5 touchdowns. He carried the ball 28 times, 281 yards, has a total of 49 TDs this season, ran over 5,000 yards. He's going to play at K-State next year. The Eagles of Olathe North win their 4th state championship in the last 5 years and go undefeated, a perfect 12-0 record this season. Olathe North beating Manhattan 42-7 to win the Kansas 6A title.
Eagles of Olathe North brought home their 4th state title of the last 5 years. They did it by sproling over their opponent. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. No score. The pitch to Darren Sproles. He's slowed by 1 defender, but he breaks free. He's off for a 21-yard run to the end zone. It was 7-0 North. Still, first quarter, the Eagles capped off a drive with the running machine. This time, Sproles has 8 yards before he hits the end zone. Olathe North led 14-0. Sproles scored 5 touchdowns today. This one in the second quarter. It's on a 4th and goal. No problem for number 43. It was 21-0. In the second half, the Eagles needed only 23 seconds to score, and look at Darren Sproles. 3 runs, this one for 48, another for 18. All that set up the short run. Darren had 28 carries for 281 yards as the Eagles win the Class 6A championship, the final 42-7.
High school football player in the greater Kansas City area. Running back Darren Sproles was the overwhelming winner. He beat out some tough competition. Jeremy Braden of Fort Osage, Joel Sambrusky of Liberty, Jeff Brown of Rockhurst. But Darren had numbers that could not be ignored. 49 touchdowns this year. I'm not talking about a career. I'm talking about this year. 5,557 yards for his high school career. That's why he was named the Tommy Simone Award winner.
It feels good. Did you receive this? in front of my home, on my own school.
Darren obviously is a great player and speaks well for itself, but the way that he goes about it is every day working hard. He's an excellent student.
With our own Karen Kornacki as MC, Coach Weir also received an award today. He was named the Coach of the Year in Kansas. Platte County's Chip Sherman was named the top coach in Missouri. Awards also went out to linemen. In the small school category, Brian Keckner won the Bobby Bell Award. In the large school class, Earl Jack of Blue Springs won the Buck Buchanan Award. And finally, the Frank Fontana Award was given to Brandon Gutshaw of Platte County. He's a top player in the small school class.
Well, this is definitely an honor. I mean, there's so many great players out there, and for them to select me, it's just quite an honor.
We have so many great kids that work hard and have the team attitude and team, thought process that, that we feel that, each one of them are special. And those two boys got the special awards today, and we're very proud of them.
School today. Now, with such a talented bunch of athletes all getting together, it must be time for the Simone Award annual event. An enthusiastic crowd on hand with the band playing and all at Olathe North today. And why not? This is a day when they honor one of their own. Now, the Simone Award is given to the area's best high school football player. And this year, it's the Eagles' Darren Sproles. In leading his team to a state title, he scored 49 touchdowns this year while rushing for nearly 2,500 yards. No wonder he received a standing ovation today when he walked into the gym after being announced. Darren, just tell me what you think about getting an award and the school coming out for you like this.
I think that it was a great honor to receive this award today.
Just tell me, son has accomplished a lot this year, one of the nicest kids, doesn't go to his head. What did you guys teach him growing up to keep that mentality?
Well, he's always been down-to-earth kid, ever since he was a little bitty fella. He don't like to talk too much, so that's really helped him right there, but that good church foundation.
Now, the Simone Award is named in honor of Thomas Simone, who was killed in an automobile accident back in 1983 at the age of 12. So it's important to his parents that a person of high moral standards, aside from athletic ability, receive this award. They feel that Darren is a good representative.
I mentioned about the qualities and the inscription on the trophy: love, friendship, courage, and champions, and that's what Darren's all about. I mean, he lives those words.
No doubt about it. Also on hand today handing out awards, former Chief Bobby Bell, Hall of Famer George Brett of the Royals, and current Chief Eric Hicks, while other former Kansas City pro and amateur athletes were in attendance. And for the other award recipients, this was a very special day.
It's great. I didn't know there was going to be this many people here. It's kind of exciting.
It's really amazing. I mean, we put in a lot of hard work, and it just really pays off in the end. Well, this is definitely an honor to me. There's so many great players out there, and for me to be selected to receive this award is definitely an honor.
I'll tell you what, a lot of fun.